live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Save or Dice. My name is Cody with Taking 20, and we have some incredible people hanging out with us tonight. We have the one and only Mr. Jason Keeley from Paizo. Let me make sure I'm not getting some background noise here. We of course have Guy with How to Be a Great GM. Jacob BUDZ from XP to Level 3 is joining us, and of course, as always, we have the bearded gnome David FRIANT from Nerdarchy.
Hey, that's a dwarf.
That's a dwarf. Okay. All right. So before we kick this thing off, we want to give out some love to our beautiful and wonderful sponsors. Big shout out to Fantasy Grounds. We love Fantasy Grounds. All of the game takes place in Fantasy Grounds. So if you're like, hey, what are they using? We're using Fantasy Grounds. You guys should definitely go check it out. Available on Steam. Most of the maps you guys see here on the stream are going to be made in Dungeon Painter Studio from pyromancers.com. Pick it up for about $14.99 on Steam as well. You can make like infinite maps, including some old school Pokemon stuff. So definitely go check that out. And of course, we want to give a huge shout out to Norse Foundry. And down in the description below, there is a link straight to them that's unique to us. It'll give you 10% off of everything over at Norse Foundry. So big shout out to our sponsors, and we appreciate them. Guys, support us by supporting the sponsors, because those guys help make all of this stuff happen. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it off to the one and only Mr. Jason Keeley.
Hey, that's me. Well, welcome everyone. Before we begin, I just want to make sure that I just want to give a little caveat that I'm fairly green at Fantasy Grounds, so there might be some speed bumps along the way. But in the long run, we're not going to worry about that. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. This is the free RPG Day module from earlier this year called Skitter. I actually wrote it myself. And it is going to be a lot of fun. So, are y'all ready to just jump right into this? Do you have any further questions? You've got your pre-gens. Why don't we go around actually, and everyone just sort of announce who they are, and we can also get used to what voice you're using for your commander.
Not all at once. Jacob.
Not all at once. Cody,
Jacob, go for it.
Oh,
all right. Hey everybody, I'm playing Gazagaz. I'm a Xenoseeker envoy, and you might see me as probably the leader of this little party. Maybe, if I don't know.
I will be playing Decoyo, who is a priest mystic of Ibra, and I'm excited to be here.
We're going to have some fun tonight with that. We're going to have a lot of fun with that.
I don't know how you're going to keep that up.
We're going to meme the shit out of that. Dave, who you playing, man?
Nako is who I'll be playing tonight. And Nako, she's a spacefarer soldier. Agree.
Oh, yeah.
And Guy?
Right, that just leaves me. I'm playing Quonk. I'm the ship's... I keep the ship going. That's what I do, and if any of you touch my engine... You might find you're up or short, that's all I'm saying. But otherwise, you're welcome to pop by. We'll have a card game or something like that.
Fantastic. Now, the four of you are the crew of the ship called the Clutch. It is owned by Nakonechkin Gennady, a Vesk who is basically your boss, and the owner and operator of Nakonechkin Salvage, a very small organization that goes out and just sort of goes and gets junker ships, pulls off stuff that's valuable, takes it back to the packed world, sells it, and repeat ad infinitum. He is just a kind of a gruff individual who's picked up these 4 Skittermanders over the course of his career, and sometimes maybe he's regretting it, but sometimes because they like to help, it definitely comes in handy. This particular day, it's been pretty quiet on the Clutch. You've sent the ship out into the near space, which is sort of not quite the civilized packed worlds, but not yet the unexplored vast. So it's generally a good place to find maybe an abandoned spaceship that's floating there, or the remnants of some sort of battle to get some good salvage. Suddenly, there is a buzzing chime, and the ship's computers registers a starship drifting in the region. Nakonechkin rushes up to the bridge. He taps on a few buttons on the console, gets a quick readout, and then grabs his spacesuit. A lot of you can sort of maybe rushed up behind him and are peeking out through at the view screen and see this large kind of ornate ship with it's green with these weird brass accents. It looks completely out of place here, floating in the vastness of space, and it is just sort of listing there very gently. Nakonechin grabs his tools and he looks at all of you and says, "Look, this looks like an easy enough job. You lot stay here and keep an eye on the clutch. Try not to quote unquote repair anything while I'm away. I should be back in a couple of nanoseconds." Yeah, Quonks, what you got?
Begging your pardon, sir, but I need to magnetize the synthetic flow sensor array so that it will increase the efficiency of the starboard vacuum chamber.
Oh, look, I told you we don't.
I do that whilst you...
Just don't magnetize anything. All right, the last time you did that, my boots got stuck to the floor for like a solid day.
But that's what's supposed to happen to your boots. They're supposed to stick to the deck.
Well, yeah, but I need to be able to pick them up to move, Quonks. I thought I explained that to you. Look,
it's a small overbalance in the flux capacity.
Just keep an eye on everything. Just keep everything nominal and sane here while I'm gone.
Hey, Quox, he just said relax.
That would be me relaxing. I've also got to solve the automatic plasma flow inhibitor. It's a bit sticky. I wanted to look at that too. But
hey, do you think there's gonna be any life on that ship over there? Because if there is, I think I'm coming with you, buddy.
No, don't worry. The sensors didn't show any kind of life or anything, so it looks abandoned. I'm just gonna go over there and check out.
Life, like like undead things. Maybe what if it's a literal skeleton crew?
Well, that would be fun.
I'll be sure to bring you guys on the comms.
All right, great. I want to talk to
her. If you need anything lifted or broken, or you need me to smash something for you.
Neko, I got your number. Kid. Okay, well.
Perhaps I should boost the comms system so that even if you're deep inside this skeletal undead ship, we can still talk to you. I mean, they could have 3-inch thick lead lining down there. You wouldn't know, and then we wouldn't be able to hear you. And then
you could throw my face up on there, and they could see my beautiful, beautiful beard.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That's a good idea.
Technically, that wouldn't be a repair. That would be an upgrade.
Yeah. Well, the ship doesn't need any upgrading right now. We can't afford it right now because the upgrades tend to. Forget it. Look. If you want to do some tweaks, feel free to do a little tweaks here and there. Just keep it minimal. All right, Quonks, just please calm down.
He's all done it. He's going to go all 6 arms now.
I'm just going to take a quick look in there. I'll calm you in just a second, and we'll figure out what we need to do to salvage this. Looks like it's got a lot of rich stuff in there, so I'm hoping we get some good creds from this job. All right, he suits up. He finishes suiting up his ships. He goes into the airlock and cycles it through, and does a quick, brief spacewalk. The clutch is parked just a few dozen meters away right now from this derelict ship, and he heads into to their sort of one of their airlocks. And heads on in. He gives you a thumbs up from the view screen as he heads on in.
6 thumbs up right back at him.
He can't see you. He just knows you're looking at him.
Yeah, we're all looking out one window and we're just like,
all right, okay.
Totally irrelevant that he can't see us. We're just giving the thumbs up right back to the comm.
24 thumbs up.
2 hours later, Nakonechkin has not given you any comms. He's not responding to any comms. Something is clearly gone wrong. He's going to need your help.
Something has clearly gone wrong. I think he's going to need our help.
Is it your job just to repeat what I say? Because no.
Can you pick him up on that upgrade of yours? What are your sensors reading, man?
Yeah, so Quonks, you want to give me a computers check to maybe doing some scanning of this derelict ship?
Right, you are, Fantasy Grounds. Okay, computer use. We've got plus 9 to that.
Oh,
20.
All right. Yeah, you're gonna get all the good information. Clearly, Nakonechkin did not do a thoroughly detailed scan down to the quantum level that you are capable of doing with just a few clicks on the data pad there. The vessel's transponder identifies it as the Emerald Empyrean, a pleasure barge owned by a Versite company. That's planet Verses. It's a tidally locked planet in the Pact World. A company called Trendsetter Excursions. The only ways to enter the ship are through a small airlock in the fore, which looks actually to be completely welded shut, and a slightly larger airlock on the aft starboard side of the ship. It is a modified heavy freighter that with one or two sort of weapons, but it seems to be completely gutted out from the inside to be include lots of amenities for guests. The engine is running, so there's clearly life support on the inside. It has power, but it is just kind of listing there very lazily that it's not using its thrusters at all. You do get about a dozen life signs clustered into the sort of aft. Sorry, the airlock is on this aft port side. These life signs are sort of clustered near the aft starboard side of the ship. There seemed to be some kind of weird interference, so you can't get full details. You get some stuff that's vaguely Vesk-like, some stuff that's human and that sort of thing, but they're a little scrambled. You can't get specifics. And there's an additional sort of weird anomalous energy in the center of the ship. Finally, it appears that this ship is actually controlled by a single AI. It's very unusual for a ship this size. However, it's also not responding to any kind of communications pings. That's all the massive amount of information that you got.
I've managed to determine that we didn't have enough information about the ship to make an accurate assessment of what's going on over there. I didn't get very much detailing on the chassis numbers of the actual engine itself, so there's no real way to know exactly what that ship is until we have that specifications. But there are some people over there. I could enhance the sensors to find out where they are exactly. They're on the starboard side of the ship next to the
There's people in there.
Well, yes.
Oh, we gotta go help them.
Uh-huh.
Well,
We gotta see what's going on. He said there was no life signs in there. They had suddenly shown up out of the place. Maybe they teleported in. We don't know what's going on.
I don't want to see it, but I think I did enhance our muon scanner just a little bit before I did the scan. So the captain might not have had that information before he went over, because he told me not to touch anything, you see. So this is why I should be allowed to touch stuff when he's not here. But anyway, that's not the point.
Captain might need some help, I think. Perhaps it's time to start busting some heads.
Whoa. We're gonna go in there and kill everybody? Nako?
No, let's not do that. That's not in the plans. We gotta go help.
Yeah, I agree with Dekoyo.
We haven't heard from the captain. We gotta help the captain.
That's true. I do. Yeah. All right. So is his like spacewalk, like little rope going out from the ship still attached to it?
Yes, on your end of the ship, what you do, and there's a couple extra other tethers that you can all hook up to your own armor and spacesuits. Your armor sort of provides you sort of brief environmental protections, so you're able to basically turn it on, get some life support and whatnot.
All right, we can all ball together and we can all roll our way through space.
Right,
we can
exactly.
Ourselves.
And indeed, you all sort of get yourselves ready, grab your gear. There's this brief montage of you all suiting up, putting on weapons, batteries, tools in your hands, and head out to the airlock. You've again sort of grab Nakonishkin's tether there and hook it up to yourself so you don't go floating off into space, and begin the very brief push off, the drift your way over there to this derelict ship, the Emerald Imperium. You're all about halfway when you notice that the shields on both, the Clutch and the Emerald Imperium start kind of like sparking a little bit here and there, right? And what you've suddenly realized that you find yourself in this freak micrometeorite swarm that begins pelting at you with thousands of tiny little bits of space debris. I'm gonna need everybody.
Oh man, this drift is no good.
I'm gonna need everybody to make a reflex save.
Oh boy.
Reflex.
We could have anticipated.
18.
Okay.
Where's my reflex? There it is. Oh, I have really good reflex.
Oh,
No, Nico, no.
No, that was a fast game.
Okay. So it looks like Neko and I think Quonks, you're gonna take a tiny bit of damage. You gotta take 12 points of damage.
Whoa!
That goes right into your stem.
tiny bit of damage.
Just a tiny bit.
And that comes off of our SP.
It comes off of your stamina first. And
From a normal perspective, it looks like little pebbles coming at us, but to
It's-
our size, it's boulders. It's small.
you're almost like it's all tiny, tiny little pebbles, and they're just ripping through your spacesuit and just sort of pelting you all nonstop. Eventually, you get to the ship, and that storm ends kind of as quickly as it begins. You get to the airlock door of the Emerald Empyrean, and you're able to see that it looks like Nakonishkin kind of quickly hacked in there, so it's pretty easy for you to also just sort of quickly get it open. And I'm gonna put you all on the map here.
Oh, we got a map coming.
I got a map coming. There's the airlock. Now to make sure y'all are okay. Probably who's up in front? Probably Neko's right up in front there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna have to crowd in here. So who's up standing next to Neko?
I'll go up.
Guys,
All right. Oh yeah, Gaz right there.
Yeah, we're all 6 arms on this one.
Dakota will be safely in the back.
But
And
helpful.
Takoya. You get into this airlock here, and it actually, once you're in, the interior does sort of match the exterior. It's a very fancy looking ship. It looks like there's all expenses have been paid to make the passengers very, very comfortable. And even this airlock has got sort of nice cushioned walls. It's not the sort of normal sort of steel bare airlock that would be in a normal spaceship.
That's a really nice airlock.
There is a quick, about a 1 or 2 minute air cycling as the door to the outside of space closes, the door to the inside, pumps in full of oxygen. You can sort of take off your environmental protections. I said connection because the thing said that CODY disappeared for a second. And open up the door to the full interior of the spaceship. Oops.
Whilst it's doing that, is there any way that I can plug into the control panel of that door and jury rig a quick release button that I can activate on my
on your comm unit, on your custom rig being a mechanic.
On my custom rig, that's the word. Yes, on my custom rig.
So maybe you want to jury rig it so that at any point in time you can press the button so that the airlock opens, flushing everybody out of the spaceship.
Well, that's not the thinking. The thinking more is if we're busy running away, I can press the button and then the door opens quickly.
Yeah, well, give me an engineering check while you're in here.
And Jason, while he's doing that, could you give me a reshare on the map, bud?
What's that?
Could you give me a reshare on the map?
Oh,
bud?
yeah. Let me.
Engineering is with +12. Now I'm a fantasy ground noob, so I have to add my number in afterwards. I don't know how to do that. So not natural 20. So I rolled an 8 and I get +12.
You got a 20 on that. Yeah, you think you've done that. We'll see if you need to press the button when the time comes. We'll see how well that works.
That's brilliant. It's good.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Here we are.
What you doing there, Quarks?
It's Quonk, but yeah, I'm busy fixing. We can open this door at any time now. I just have to press this button, I think.
So you open the other side of the airlock door opens up onto this square chamber. There's little in the way of furnishings here, and it's sort of built into sort of this smooth white floor and walls and ceiling. There are a couple cages sort of stacked in the corner there. You can see the starboard corner, and there's a heavy door that leads out of the airlock to the starboard there that says with a flickering holographic sign above it that says "Welcome guests."
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That is a nice touch. It's almost like they're expecting us.
Indeed. And as you are looking, there are in fact 3 robots, sort of about small size, right? About your size, sort of balls of robot with sort of these hefty looking arms kind of hanging down under them. The chassis is real sleek, real kind of like, Apple computers kind of sleek. And each of them has a tiny little bow tie where they would have a neck. And one of them is they're all just kind of floating there in little hover jets.
Hey, you over there, and you. Have you seen our boss?
One of them turns at the sound of your voice and kind of gives you a quick scan and suddenly says, "Error. Pets must be placed in approved carriers prior to boarding the Emerald Empyrean. Initiating containment protocol."
Giraffe.
And they start moving towards you with their arms.
Oh
grabbing
no,
at
he
you.
did not just call us a pet. Absolutely not.
No, didn't you hear him? He said he has an error. I can fix you. Just stand still.
I didn't know Nako's name was Error.
I'm gonna-
I've been calling him Nico all this time.
These guys are going to need a whole lot of fixing once I'm done. And I fire up my Ember Flame. Let's go.
Cool. All right, I rolled initiative for all of you here.
Awesome.
And it looks like most everyone is going first. Gazagaz, you're first. Can you see robots?
Sorry, what?
Can you see where the robots are in the room here?
We do not. You gotta hit that little eye button or whatever to make them pop up visible for us, and then they should pop up on the map as well.
Oh yeah. Set visible.
Ah,
There.
oh snap!
Okay.
Oh snap!
Hello there.
I see one. I see two.
Oh boy.
I see London. I see France.
There they are.
I see.
They're the far side of the room there.
Beautiful.
Has Nako fired her weapon yet?
No one has done anything.
Okay,
You,
I'm going to
Gazagaz.
step in front of Nako, and I'm going to have my arms open, and I'm going to say, "Greetings! We've been allowed to step aboard your ship. We're wondering, why do you think we're pets? We're clearly our own individuals."
Scans indicate you are pets.
Hey, maybe they have a really nice pet-like area. I don't know.
Here's a guys. Why don't you try the universal greeting? Oui, ma ninigran.
You know what, Nako? I think these new friends are just misunderstanding what we really are. Take me away.
Wait, no, they said they had an error. His first words were error. When the machine says error, we know that it's an error. It's
That's my turn.
And they're racist. They're
Terrific.
so racist.
Quonks,
It's a
Speaking
program.
of- mechanics, it's your turn.
Well, the first thing we need to do is turn the machine off. So that's probably got an off switch somewhere. I just need to launch myself onto it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to try and jump onto one of the. I don't know if I've got the range. 30 foot. Are those 5 foot squares?
Yeah, those are 5 foot squares
Yeah,
here. Yeah,
alright,
you can
so-
definitely get up next to it and in the process run up and jump on this one.
Right.
The leftmost one there.
Right.
Yeah, give me an acrobatics check.
All right. Acrobatics. Well, it's not even listed on the character sheet for me. So
So just give me a dex, a straight
Dex,
dex.
right?
Yeah.
I'll fix you.
That's a natural 2. So
No, wait. What's your mod, guy?
Got that? Yeah, sorry, I forgot to add that in, didn't I? Right, so that's a natural 2, and it's enhanced by my dexterity to becoming a 4.
a total of 4. Yeah, so
Whoa.
Fox is like, "I'll fix you," and it just leaps up towards this one robot here, who is simply just and it says just completely misses from that, leaping over it, bouncing off the wall, and landing right here in the corner of the room, just in front of the door, which does sort of, when you get close, kind of open up a little bit automatically, and you can kind of see that there's a nice corridor just outside. Terrific. Neko, it's your turn.
All right. So Fantasy Grounds is slightly crashing for me right now.
All right.
I am going to also jump at one, but I'm going to bash it with my Ember Flame Dakasho. So can someone drop a D20 for me?
I got you, boss. Boom.
Are you sure you want to do
Good
that?
job, Cody. Great work.
You don't have any
there.
dice
Good roll,
over there,
man.
David, that you want to roll yourself? Maybe.
Dave, you got a 1.
Nice.
You got a natural 1, buddy.
It happens, man.
I'm sorry.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So it's a big swing and a miss. Whoosh. All right. Let's start with this robot
That
here.
was a warning shot, my friend.
As you fly by, I'm like, no, they're just misunderstood.
that while you're right here, this one here, Nako, is sort of gone up to you. It's actually going to try to just grab you and throw you into one of these little crates that are right next to it.
Okay.
That.
I will try not to be grabbed and thrown into one of those crates.
Yes. So this one, its arms are it's trying to, its big sort of beefy arms there are trying to grab at you and completely miss. What's the next one here? This one over here is going to shoot a grenade. So a tiny little hatch opens up on its side.
That was so casual.
And
A grenade.
don't worry. Okay. So
Do
back
our
here-
pets explode?
explode. No, actually, this one shoots a tiny little grenade over here at Gaz at the corner out here, and it explodes in a mess of just sort of foam that quickly hardens up. Give me a reflex save.
Okay. Wait, it's shooting at me.
Yes, it is. And the grenade is sort of landing right at your feet.
Okay. That's a +5. Ooh, wait, no. There we go. It's 11.
Okay, actually, you managed to sort of barely leap out of the way, and this foam doesn't get all over your fancy, nice fur. And as you see, it starts to harden as it is exposed to the air.
That's a very intrusive way to try to get me to. I don't like that.
And the final one is going to try to grab Quonk's. No, not with that roll. And then we're finally on to Jacoyo.
Okay, so you'll have to refresh me here. I've got I know I'm a mystic priest, but this is fun. So I have an offensive ability, grappler and hyper. So I'm assuming I'm a hyper grappler.
Yes.
So
Yeah, it's just sort of that hyper. All Skittermanders are hyper. Once per day, you can get an extra move action.
oh, okay. All right, not
And
gonna worry about that.
grappler means you're just good at grabbing and hugging.
Well, then let's do the grapple thing. So I hate racists, and I'm just gonna run, and I'm gonna like jump over Gaz and leap, and just try to just like barrel roll into one in the back corner. I'm gonna attempt to kind of like grapple this one right here in the middle, number 1.
Yes.
So what do I need
Indeed.
to roll for that?
Just give me a straight up like melee attack roll, basically.
Okay. That's an 8.
Yeah, you get sort of climbing up on the crates, and it's a little wobbly because it's like 2 crates stacked on top of one another, and they're a little wobbly, and this sort of you lose your balance a bit and don't quite get a good grab on this particular robot. All right, moving on.
I'm gonna mean mug him.
Yeah, it doesn't have any face to kind of look at. It's just sort of smooth, expansive.
Gaz feeling
And
a
a
little
little
threatened is going to move to the side of the room. Can I move myself? I can't. Can I go
No.
there?
Can I don't know. I'm not sure.
But he's going to pull out his. He's going to spin around his static arc pistol
Mm-hmm.
and fire it at one of the robots.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
All right, that's if I can find it, that's a +4. Oh, and it no, that's part of my move action. Never mind. Bam. All right, there we go. It's an 18.
Hey, that's pretty good. That'll hit their EAC,
Right.
for sure.
Cool. So that's a D6 damage. I don't think I add anything to that, do I?
No, not this level actually.
2.
Okay, you get this. What are you talking about? The one that's maybe on the far left
Yeah, that's fine.
side, the closest one to you there. You
Mhm.
give this guy. I should probably figure out how to do this. You give this guy a shot, and electricity courses through its body, and actually seems to make its servos and sensors jolt and jitter a little bit more than you think you did.
I say, sorry I had to do that, but you need to calm down.
Figure out how to damage this thing.
Calm down, sir.
Meh. I'll figure it out later. All right, Quonks. There you are, right next to this one that just sort of gave a little.
Right. Well, so I'm not being very nice, but they're quite well designed. I wouldn't have gone with the hardening gel because it requires a solvent to clean off later, which is a bit messy. I can help them be better. But I'm going to just try, instead of trying to switch them off, they've got to have a data port. They've got to have some kind of power. They've got to recharge somehow, I'm hoping. It's not one of those fancy little hover over type things. So I'm going to try and jam my data port. I'm going to try and connect that to
Custom rig.
my rig to it so that I can change its commands.
All right. Give me. What do you think? Engineering. Give me an engineering check.
Engineering check.
I love that even Jacob has no idea what you're talking about.
It's robot stuff, dude. Don't worry about
I know, it's great.
it.
I don't think
It's a robot.
I know either.
It's robot stuff. It's fine.
This is with plus 12.
Oh my God! What is going on? Jason,
So
thanks
I
for coming
did the
on tonight.
Wait, if I plug the jack into my teeth and then I stick my finger into it, it'll work, right?
Well, an admirable try. An admirable try. All right, so we're gonna move on to Neko.
All right, so I'll use my move action to hold my weapon with one hand and spit on all my other hands and rub them together, grab it, and I'm going to swing twice.
All right.
Give it to
I'm
me.
done
Give it to me.
playing with you guys.
Oh,
Yes! Woo!
Although they would actually, so I don't know. Actually, I don't. Oh, that's why I need to grab. Oh, all right. I just figured something out a little late, but so this is going to only be +2, so I wanted to take some numbers off of that. So that is not a 13 on that second one. It is only.
Right. All right. Well, that one's a miss, but you got a critical, a natural 20. So roll damage and roll it twice.
All right. So
Oh boy.
16 points.
Are you attacking the one that's sort of directly in front of you? The same one? That,
Yeah, the same one.
right.
The one was in front of me.
How do I murder these things?
You can
Because
just,
that was
you can
just you cut it right in half.
if you pulled them over from the encounter builder, you can just increase their wounds up and then just hit delete. Or if you just pulled over tokens, you can just right click them and delete them that way.
All right, I'll just.
And if you could share the map again, that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, that's right. You
Crashed.
He's
Crashed. There you
killing
are.
things
Thank you.
without even being able to see it.
Amazing. That's why you don't let other people roll for you, Dave. You can get that natural 20.
Nico,
A
Nico's
massive
really
smash. All right, this one, the one that tried to grab you before, Dave, is actually now a little bit more, hostile intent, error. So it's gonna attack you. Let's try this. I'm gonna see if this works with it. It's actually gonna try to punch you with one of its meaty little fists. Nope, that's a miss.
Oh, you want to brawl now, huh, bro?
The other one is gonna try to grab Dekoyo.
Don't do it. Oh.
What is your KAC?
Is 14, sir.
Ooh, not go. Let me get a 20. Not enough for a grab. Not enough for a grab. It just sort of barely gets hold of your fur a little bit, but you're able to squirm out a little bit, being a squirmy little skitter bender. All right, Dekoyo, it's your turn.
I'm gonna whip out the Ibra staff and just go to town. Don't touch me! And they'll start just smashing,
Start bashing on it.
just start smashing into it. Oh my gosh! What the?
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. All right.
I can move, right?
Yeah, you want to jump back?
Can I take a 5-foot step?
Sure. It's called a guarded step in
Guarded
Starfinder.
step.
There you go.
Ooh.
la
Sorry about that. Yeah, I will take a guarded step and do that.
Yeah, terrific.
I didn't put any videos out on how to play Starfinder or anything like that on my channel. I didn't do any of that
We should
stuff.
know this. We should know this, Cody. All right. Round 3, Gazagaz. You're up.
Gazagaz is going to point at the one in the right next to Neko, and he's gonna get him. He's gonna point with all 6 of his hands, and I'm gonna use my envoy improvisation. And
Nice.
everybody should be getting a +1 when you attack him. And then I am going to try to shoot it, although Neko is kind of in my way.
Yeah, they got a little cover, a little soft cover.
All right. Can I attack it or no?
Yes, you can. They're just
Okay.
a little harder.
Well,
to
I might hit Neko, but we'll see what happens.
hit.
And I'm going to shoot that pistol. I keep forgetting my bonus to it. All right. That's a 12.
to be 20. That wanted to be a 20.
Yeah.
Just check something real quick because you're using an energy pistol.
I'm using a static arc pistol.
Oh, there it is. Oops, I accidentally moved it. I had too much. Where its defenses? Oh, yeah, okay. That's not going to hit. That's not going to hit, just barely.
Try it.
Quonks. We're up to you.
They're really broken. You can see they don't know what to do. They're being violent. That's not how you'd handle pets at all. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to put it down. Sometimes you just have to break it completely to then fix it and rebuild it. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to shoot it with
All
my
right.
laser rifle. That's all.
Go for it.
It's just fire a laser rifle. All right.
Pew, pew.
Pew pew indeed. Okay, so we've got +4.
Now you're getting it, Quonks. That's the way you do it.
I hate to break machines, but you know, sometimes you just.
I know. I agree with you, but sometimes it can't be helped.
Right.
Kill them all!
These guys are just out of control.
So that's 13, although I didn't add in Gazzy Gaz's. It was +1 to attack.
It is +1 to
So
attack.
that's 14.
That means you hit it. With a laser pistol, you hit it.
I'm sorry.
Nice.
I'm sorry. 1d8.
You're trying to be all precise with the shot so you don't like damage too many internals.
Right.
I'm so sorry about this.
I'm so sorry.
Oh gosh. Max damage.
Whatever you want, it doesn't matter.
All right. You sear just sort of along its casing a burning laser blast. It doesn't care for that. Neko, though, it's your turn.
Don't worry, Quonks. Think of the salvage. So I'm going to go full attack.
Full attack.
Oh, not well, though.
Those are both
Wow.
misses, unfortunately. All right. This thing is going to
Rats.
try to get you again.
So drift.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Who did
That's going
that?
to hit you.
That's going to get there.
I like that we see a ghost dice.
Woo! All right, you're gonna take 7 points of damage from just a punch to the face from this robot that Quonks just hit.
Bats must be detained.
Bats must be subdued first.
What
It
is
goes
this,
straight for the
United?
neuter.
All right.
It's non-lethal damage technically, but that doesn't matter until you've hit 0. So it's just trying to subdue you. Not Takoya, you're gonna try to get subdued as well, fully subdued this time. Not with a natural 1. All right. Takoya,
I'm
your
gonna-
turn again.
As they say, one of my favorite Disney movies, I'm gonna smash it with a hammer, and I'm gonna try to bash this guy again. Good God, 14!
Almost
That's
a one.
That's a bash. That's a good bashing.
Hooray! There was much rejoicing. That is a just a 1d4. That's just the 2
Okay.
damage.
Just 2.
But Takoyo is like feeling great about this. he's
Sweet.
finally got his footing down. He's excited.
You've dented the outside just a tiny bit. All right. Gaz. You again.
Hey, Neko, you're missing some stamina, right?
Oh, yeah. Like all.
All right, so Gazzy Gaz is gonna come up behind you and give you a 6-arm shoulder rub and be like, "You can do this. You can
Hey,
destroy
buddy.
those things." And I'm going to give you inspiring boost, so it should be 8 stamina points back to you.
Oh, yeah. That's the spot. That feels.
I think that's all I can do. That's my full action, right?
No, that's a standard. You can take a move action. You can also do another get 'em if you want, or take a move around.
Yeah, let's do another. How many improvisations can I use in total?
Just use them up.
All right, great, cool. Yeah, let's do get him again on the one right next to Neko.
Yeah. All right. Number 1. All right. Quonks, back to you.
Firstly, if you were just here to collect pets, you shouldn't be punching people's pets. It's just not right. It's not right. But you, also, we could make it better for you. If we gave you bigger fists, you probably hit better. So we could...
Oh, man. They don't need to hit any better than they already do.
Just hit him, punks! Come on!
There's always room for improvement. I shoot it again.
Oh,
yeah.
fancy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I really don't want to do this.
You're the one that doesn't want to, and you're doing so well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
another direct laser shot to this robot's processors. and it goes down, collapses, falls on the floor, and just sort of begins sparking out.
I'll fix you. I'll fix you. I'll make you better.
Way to go, all 6 arms, Quants.
All right, Nako, you're feeling refreshed and ready to go.
I am. I feel good.
You just got a back rub.
Somebody put that, yeah, it's a sensual massage in the middle of combat.
Got a dirty 20, so.
Okay. Yeah. You're gonna have to move in here and get on the other robot, but you hit it definitely for that first one, doing a pretty good amount of damage to it, a hefty amount of damage. It is barely hanging in there.
Oh yes.
Yeah, who's the pet now, buddy?
Yes, please.
It's gonna go ahead and basically. Oh, you're just too hostile, Neko. You've got to be taken to task. Oh no, that's a miss. And Dekoyo.
Okay, so I can attack twice at -3 to each of these. So there's
Minus-
the first one.
4, but yeah.
Well, I got the +1, right?
Oh,
So
yeah,
plus
yeah,
one
yeah, okay,
minus
you got
4,
that.
so -3. So that is a 1.
Yeah.
And then there we go. Come on. Oh my
There you go.
god.
Well done. Well done.
The double
Okay.
force. Oh my
Pretty
god.
impressive. Pretty impressive, Cody.
Oh Lord.
Nice.
All right, Gazagaz.
Gazagaz, is that a crate right there?
Yeah, that's a yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna jump on top of it
Ah!
gloriously
Oh my God.
while I'm in midair. Start firing my pistol just to make it look that much cooler.
That's gonna look awesome.
All right,
Oh,
great.
God.
Unless I roll really bad. Yeah, all right, there we go.
Oh, that's pretty good. You hit.
All right, cool. That's wow, yeah, wonderful damage right
Well,
there.
This being,
Ha!
this being electricity damage, it's a bit more than you would think. So
Okay,
it
cool.
completely shorts out when you hit it with your electric gun, and it
I'm so
collapses onto another crate. And we are out of combat.
I spin
Remember,
my
boss,
pistol
the
and I
boss said no repairs.
I totally did that racist over there.
I'm gonna go
I don't know
over
if
and
they
like
were
point it out to Nako, like where my big dent was on the side of this thing.
Yeah,
There's a
bro, that was a good hit. You've been working out, haven't you?
I have been working out.
And I'm like pulling up all the muscles.
looking good. There is a
what's the name of our Vesk boss again?
Nakonechkin.
Neko Nechkin. I'm gonna tell everybody and say, what if they thought Neko was also supposed to be a pet and they got that foam stuff on him and they put him in a pet pen?
That is kind of funny.
That would actually be really funny. I really want to see that.
I mean, to be honest, he did need a bath, so I mean, there wouldn't be.
That's
the
very
worst
true.
thing
If
to
they
ever
washed him,
happen.
that would even be better. Maybe trimmed his.
Hey, easy on the boss. The boss is a really good guy.
No, I like
Oh,
him.
yeah,
I
he's
really
very
do
strong,
like him.
too.
I mean, he could just look a little better. You know, you could spruce himself up. Maybe put on some.
Like a collared shirt or something. I mean, you don't know.
Yeah.
The boss is very, very manly looking.
Well, that and also his shower's not working at the moment. But that's not the problem. That's not. If you think he's coated in that goo that hardens,
Oh, he's not going to like that. That's going to get all in the nooks and the crannies of his scales.
that's it. But I'm hoping that maybe inside these robots would also be some. It would probably be. Well, let's see. I would use quantum flux inverter to cause it to demolecularize, but that's probably just me. There's probably like a little bit of
Do
liquid
you need
inside.
me
one
to
of these
hit
that
the
will
parts some
dissolve it.
more?
What?
You said
Well-
get inside. Do you need me to hit the parts more?
No, don't hit them because it's probably a canister of liquid that will, or gas maybe.
Well, the only reason I think this is that these robots here are still a little hostile. I don't think Neko came in and shut them down. I think they caught him or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
and
strange,
No,
because
I-
it
I'm
was
right
a little
too.
pop
If they have
back.
gas, that would probably give them a bad attitude.
no.
I know when I get gas, it makes me kind of cranky.
It also makes me a little cranky when you get gas.
Yeah, protein
agree with
shakes.
that.
People like protein.
I could probably build something for you. Actually, it would contain. No, anyway, no. Wait, that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is the robots might have a way of dissolving the substance that locks you in place. Because it's not very efficient to lock you in place and then not be able to take you out of that stuff. So
That's
like-
very true. I think that's it's a
probably like
probable.
chemical.
Unless it just dissolves on its own.
Yeah, it could just take a little while.
Oh,
So
that's
you're familiar with
Let's sit and wait.
this. So you all stare at the foam on the floor for a few minutes, and it does eventually just sort of melt away and flake away.
Ah, see, yeah, I knew.
You see, this is why we need you. It's the voice of reason in the chaos. That's what it is.
You know, they gotta change that sign. This place is not very welcoming.
Well, it's welcoming, but not.
Especially for pets.
I am not a pet.
I'm gonna. I don't think I have anything. Nope. I have a hygiene kit.
Do you think we can get registered as service animals so this doesn't happen in the future?
You're calling a surface animal.
I just
We're
look
more
over at
like
him.
service skitters.
I'm just trying to avoid these problems, man.
I could just change the sign. Just put an "un" in front of it.
Welcome, unguests.
Oh, I like
Can you-
that. That's
Can
a
you
good plan.
scan for the boss?
Well, I don't know what the negative is of a guest. What's the opposite of a guest? An intruder. But welcome intruder.
I'm gonna go look through the door.
All right.
Welcome, intruder.
Well, which one of you said that? I missed that. Is that
I did. I'm gonna go check out this door right here.
Okay. You head out through the door into this hallway. It is very fancy. It's got a nice fancy sort of light green carpet. There's brass accented fixtures and sconces sort of like all along the way here. You see several doors, one leading port, one leading starboard, one leading to the fore. As you step out onto the carpet, though, there is a faint chime, and over the ship-wide intercom comes a very pleasant-sounding feminine voice. Attention, passengers. This is M2, your ship's artificial intelligence. Scans indicate that a handful of pets have escaped from their cages and are running loose. If you spot one of these errant animals, please contact your nearest porter droid. Thank you.
We should go find those pets.
Yeah,
Everywhere
they
they're
could
at.
be anywhere. They could be scared and alone. Maybe they're hungry or thirsty.
That nice lady might maybe give us a reward if we find them.
No,
I'm sitting on top of a box. Can I try to open the box to see what's inside it?
Sure, Ken. It is basically a pet carrier. It looks like that it closes and locks automatically after a few seconds.
Great. I'm gonna pick it up and say, all right, we can use this.
Terrific. You can carry that around with you.
My Skittermanders, have you seen this hallway? It is lavish and plush.
I'll go inside.
This is a luxury cruise barge. It would make sense. But we have a bigger problem. If the AI thinks that the pets have escaped, and we could infer that it thinks that we are the pets because the robots thought that we were pets. As racist as that might be, Decoyo, yes, I do agree. It speaks to a system-wide failure within the computer systems. We probably have to purge the entire ship. That's probably why it stopped working. There was a catastrophic failure
Oh,
and then logically-
Skittermanders, what if they put everybody away like pets?
Right, there
We
you
can
go.
release
You see,
them.
Oh,
we need to get to the AI core so we can have a
that's
little
that's
chat.
a smart plan. That is a smart plan. I like that plan.
That is good. And do you think that AI's seeing anybody? She sounds really sweet.
Oh yeah, she sounds great.
Oh,
Wait,
you mean
wait.
that kind of seeing? Yeah, she's got sensors everywhere, so she's seeing everybody technically. But on a romantic front, I think you've got a chance.
I think so too.
What if we turn ourselves in?
Into
I
what?
don't like that plan.
Didn't you try that already?
Into-
Like not even 5 minutes ago, you tried to turn yourself in.
I thought about it. I thought it wouldn't be a good idea. What if we try it?
I do not think that plan is very wise. And I'm
Yeah, it probably
pretty
isn't.
wise.
That's true.
You are the wisest of us all. That's true.
We could try to turn in Gigax and see what happens.
Maybe as a distraction. So we need to get to the AI to make sure that it no longer registers us as pets. That's point number one. But point number two is remember that there are some life signs on the starboard side of the ship near the aft port access.
What if we are pets? Do people have
What?
Skittermander pets? They carry us around like on a leash?
I'm fairly
I've never
certain
done that before.
intergalactic requirements prevent that from. Well, maybe I don't know. So we need to get Knuckle
we
on a
Neko's
date.
pets?
Oh, wait, what? Hang on, what are we doing?
Wait a minute. You know
We're
all about
going
this
to the
ship.
people.
Where's
Listen,
the
We're going
AI?
down the hallway.
Listen, let's go find the people. The people, and we can show them, don't be racist, we're not pets. And then they can help us with the wacky computer we do, like you can do, and then we'll get some scraps.
Quonks
I agree with that.
computer.
I can fix the AI. Absolutely, absolutely.
He can
I know.
probably upgrade her too.
Oh, an upgrade, yes.
I'm gonna go over to this door, the first door, and I'm gonna walk over to it and open it.
Okay, this door, unlike the door that's sort of to the hallway, which kind of opens as you walk through it, seems to be jammed shut.
This door's jammed. I'm gonna go over to the other door.
I like jam.
This door opens as you get close to it on its own,
I love the doors that recognize my presence.
revealing a sort of a fancy-looking game room. It's a wooden panels along the side of sort of a nice carpet. There are several emerald green felt-colored tables and a shelf to the sort of aft starboard side. There are two digital-looking dartboards that hang sort of on the fore end of the wall of the room. And basically these sort of like hollow billiards tables.
It's a game room. But there's nobody in it.
If-
It is empty.
If we go in, we'll be in it. Want to play a game?
I step
like
inside.
games.
You're almost
There
in
is
the
one
point.
person in this
Jammed
game
door.
room. It is me.
I'm going to look at the jammed door and try and figure out, is it mechanically jammed or is it digitally locked?
You can take a look at it. It looks like it might be kind of mechanically jammed from the inside. But you can try to open it up with an engineering check.
All right.
I think we're gonna get easily distracted by dice, cards, whatever's in here.
Mhm.
Just touching everything.
Yes.
Oh my god, these rolls tonight.
Nice. You give it a couple pokes with your tools and attempt to open it. It does not open. But then you hear from inside someone shouting, "Go away!"
Okay.
Like I told you, it's jammed. You're gonna have to add like some butter to it, or get like a bunch of toast and get it all on top of that because jam's really, really sticky.
I'll walk over to the games room. No, there's someone on the other side who said we should go away. No, wait a minute.
Well, we can't go away yet. We got to find the boss.
Was it the boss? Was it the boss?
It certainly didn't sound like the boss.
I walk over to the door and I bang on it. I'm like, "Boss, is that you?"
I don't know who you are. Just leave us alone.
Oh, I'm a cute, fuzzy little green skittermander named Gazagax.
And
You
we
should
are
let me
not
through.
pets.
I don't believe you.
Oh, you can believe him. He's very cute. He's got this nice little double parting on the top of his head, and his 6 paws are beautifully manicured. I must say, mine are not so much like that because I use them for jamming into electrical things. But
How could I convince you that I am not someone here to possibly rob your ship?
You're not a robot, are you?
No.
Or someone from the AI?
I have an internal crisis for a moment, thinking about the fact that I might be that. But then it goes away, and I'm like, no, I don't think so.
We might be pets, though. We're not entirely sure.
Pets?
I
What are you
thought-
talking about?
The robots, they
we
tried-
came in on a ship outside, and we made our way in. The robots, they tried to turn us, put us in the pet room, but we exploded them.
We think the AI is malfunctioning. There's a problem with its core, we think.
How'd you
Yeah,
s-
yeah, it is. Of course it is. Guys, give
Do
me a
you know if she's seeing anyone?
It's just-
I always attract the crazy ones. I can't help it.
I don't think you. What? You wouldn't want to do. Look. If you're from another ship, maybe you could help us.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
okay.
Yeah, we love to help.
Hey, guys, give me a diplomacy check there.
Oh, really? A diplomacy check?
Sure
I'm
thing.
kind of okay at those. It's an 18.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. You hear someone kind of stepping closer to the door. She's like, and you hear the voice say, "All right, I'm gonna open this up. Just don't try any funny business. I've got a gun."
Okay, I all right. I won't do anything.
Please don't
Okay.
shoot me.
Well, just don't do anything weird.
I'm not a robot or a pet.
I sure hope not.
What
The
do you
door-
mean by weird?
Just don't try to hurt us, okay? We don't deserve this.
Okay.
The door opens up, and sort of standing a few feet away is a red-haired Lashunta woman. Lashuntas are sort of basically humans with the little antennas on their head. And she is pointing a laser pistol sort of at you as you see. And she also starts a bit just to see a Skittermander. This is clearly at one point sort of a bar and restaurants area. There is a sort of an air of elegance to the decorations, but that's completely undercut by the smell that wafts out of the room. It smells like body odor and worse things. There are a total of 12 people in here sort of gathered into the corner. All the tables have been pushed into off to one side, and a number of sort of sheets and bedrolls and pillows have been laid out in a sort of a real makeshift looking sleepover situation. All the people look from various walks of life. There's a few Sheeran, there's a few Vesk, there's a couple humans, and they look like they look terrified and tired and just worn out and a little bit malnourished.
I say,
There's
wow, it smells nasty.
Well, this woman, the red-haired listener says, "Yeah, well, we've been surviving in here for over a week. Just get in here before just everyone just get in here before she notices you."
I'll step in.
Yeah, we'll step inside.
I go behind the bar. Is there any liquor over there?
As a matter of fact, while you're there behind the bar, you see the sort of remains of this bartender droid that's been smashed up, and there are a lot of empty liquor bottles and a few non-empty liquor bottles, and it seems like they've been getting most of their calories from booze living here.
Oh,
That is so not cool. Who's gonna serve the drinks? Hey, Quox, can you fix this guy?
No, don't fix the robot. She'll be able to tell.
Tell what?
Where we are. I mean, she probably knows where we are, but then she'll want us to relax.
Do we need to like re-jam the door? I mean, you're kind of freaking me out, man.
Yeah, that's okay. She has a sort of a makeshift, basically propping a chair underneath it that it does into the servo so it doesn't open.
I can jam the door a lot better than that. Just give me a few moments. This door will never open again.
Well, we want to get out of here eventually, little people.
Yeah, don't shut it forever, Quonks.
I'm
Don't want that.
gonna go up and start like helping the people that look like the most dehydrated, and then like as I start to go up, I'm just be like,
Oh, I know what your problem is. You're wasted. You're well drunk.
Yeah, there's
And then
definitely
can
there's a
move to the
Yosoki
next one.
who's just blasted out of his mind.
All right, so what I'm going to try and do is rig that door to that same open button that I have. That's much more efficient. I just press it once and it'll just open all the doors.
Open all of the doors.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good idea?
Well, you see, it's about efficiency. There.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's fair.
I could make 6 buttons. All right, so there's going to take me a little bit of time, but I can allocate this one to pad 1, and this one to pad 2, and this one to pad 3, and this one to pad 4. Yes, that's brilliant. All right, I'll be busy for a little bit.
Quonks goes off and begins tinkering with things. There's another door to the sort of after the room here.
Yeah, I see that.
Just in case.
The Lashunta woman, I'm going to
Mhm.
look at her. I'm going to say, so what's your name?
My name's Varina.
Farina.
Yeah.
Well, so it's quite a situation going on here.
Yeah.
What do you mean the robots will make you relax? Don't you want that?
Well, that's why we all came on the ship, but the AI, I don't know, it went crazy or something. It all just it brought us out here. to
Has
the middle of
anybody
nowhere.
died?
No, but one of the crewmen got hurt.
Is he okay?
I
This
don't know,
place
we
is full of drift, man. Full of drift.
Yeah. He's in the back room. We're sort of using that as a makeshift hospital, I guess.
Have you seen a Vesk come by lately?
No, I haven't.
That's not good.
But we've been locked ourselves up in this room.
All right. Well,
Maybe we should take the other door in the, back in the hallway.
Hey, if you're on the ship, what's in there?
I'm gonna point to this little door over here behind the bar.
That's a supply room. We're keeping the injured crewman back there
Oh,
Maybe
I
make
can
it
help.
try to make it a little Oh, you can?
yeah, I'm a helper.
Okay, great. You go see.
I'm a helper too. I can give him a big hug.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go over and try to find whoever's in here.
Yeah, back here, it's basically a supply room where most of the supplies that look like they've been eaten. But there's some napkins and forks and whatnot. But for the most part, all the freeze dried food has been mostly eaten. And there's been an attempt to make a gentleman comfortable. There's some blankets and some tablecloths sort of laid out on the floor. He's clearly wearing some sort of like uniform, like almost like a steward's uniform. And he's unconscious and just from the look of him, he's got electrical burns and a few other sort of cuts and scrapes.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to him and try to, I've got medicine, or obviously I've got medicine, which I can do. Do I think that medicine will do enough for him, or does Dekoyo believe that probably serum / healing magic from Ibra would be more appropriate?
If you roll well enough, you can get him conscious again.
Yeah, let's do that. +7.
So can I assist him?
26.
Sure, I mean you can, but you don't need to. If you want to roll that real quick, just to see if you do actually assist, you can.
Is this guy a human?
Yeah, he's human,
Okay, and he looks like battered and beaten.
and a little bit like he's got like electrical burns.
How's his hair?
Not great.
I'm gonna go fix his hair.
You comb his hair down. While I got a
Yes,
little
he
bit
is
of
looking a lot better. Don't worry.
just a little tiny Nako's bedside manner, helping out there, and you're able to get this guy conscious. And he's like, oh, and then he kind of like his eyes open really super wide, and he panics a bit when he sees 3 of these 6-armed furry creatures sort of looming over him. And he's like, oh, what happened to me? Am I dead?
I'm kind of holding the staff in my like top, I don't know how to describe, top set of arms,
Yeah.
like really close over his head.
Hi, we're here to help you.
Oh God!
The crazy
Oh,
racist
yeah.
lady
You're
took
not
over the
dead
ship.
yet.
Oh good. Where am I? And he kind of just glancing around. And he can tell that he's in this chamber. And he's like, oh, I'm still aboard the ship, aren't I?
Yeah, the crazy racist lady took over. She thought we were pets. That was kind of rude.
You mean the AI?
Sure.
Oh yeah, M2. She went. The programming. Her programming is all messed up.
You
She
know,
just needs a little help, man. That's all.
it would be great if you could tell us, like, where she was.
She's got there's a computer core. Myself and the other 2 crew members. Well, we went to check it out, and the robots attacked us. She declared we weren't relaxed enough. We weren't calm enough, so she tried to calm us down. Her settings are just way off. Look, if you go down to the lower deck and go to the end of the hall, there's it's kind of a panel that doesn't look too visible, but you just push it up.
Time out. Stop.
That leads to engineering. Yeah, what?
She holds it like he holds up all his arms.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
And I'm gonna go and get go and get Quonks, who I assume is messing with buttons on the door.
Right.
And I'm just gonna like grab from behind and then like try to drag Conks over and like
I
put her
haven't finished yet.
put her. I believe Conks is a girl, correct? So
Yeah.
Put Conks in
I
front
will
of.
assist with that for sure.
I'm just gonna put her in front of this guy and be like,
Okay, tell her.
Oh, I'm just saying that the engineering section of the ship is down on the lower deck. At the end of the hallway, there's a panel there. It's kind of hidden from the guest view, but you just push it open, you'll be able to get in. But just want to be careful. There's a crazy robot in there. I mean, the security bot here, it went nuts and tried to electrocute me. I think it got one of my crewmates.
I'm gonna go count everybody in the room. How many are there?
There are 12 people in the main room here, and then there's obviously this gentleman here.
All right.
I've been thinking about the AI that's gone mad. Can you tell me, do you know offhand what the protocol is on pets inside of cages? Is there any kind of violence that needs to be committed against them if the pets are contained within a cage?
Well, there shouldn't be any violence against the pets, but they do need to be in approved containers for
Like the ones that are
extended
inside the airlock when you first come in.
Yeah, in the entrance airlock. Yeah.
I put
Quonks, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Can you cut holes in the bottoms of the cages?
I was
Why do
thinking
we
about
cut
toast.
holes in the bottom. That wouldn't make them very effective. I was thinking more of strapping rockets onto the sides of them, so we could manually power them into the engineering core, so it wouldn't detect that we were outside of our kit.
Ooh, then we
Until
can
it was too
fly
late.
crates.
That's so all 6 arms, man. We just cut holes in and we walk around with them on. And when we see the crazy robots, we just drop to the ground.
That is a great plan.
Can we
What if
still
we all got a really big box and then we put all 6 of our arms out on each side and then we rolled around in it and we could just roll people over?
I'm fairly certain I could take some of the servos from the bar robot and build maybe just a little rocket that we could strap onto the back for added thrust.
The last time you did that, man, it was really ugly. And it took me months to grow back all my fur.
But think of the people.
I am this people.
I'm not comfortable cutting holes in the device. It breaks there. I mean, are we going to pay for it for the crate?
I'm not paying that raises lady nothing. That can come out of your share.
Man, we don't have to pay anything. We'll blame it on those other robots.
That's being dishonest. But it's in the interest of saving our captain. All right. Can someone help me come and cut some holes in these crates? It might be a bit of a tight squeeze.
All right.
Yeah, I
Well,
can come help you.
I mean, guys, are we really gonna do this fucking plan?
Oh, absolutely.
Sure, I love it.
All right,
Yes,
let's
do
do
it.
it.
You're a
Before-
genius.
Before you all continue, does anyone want to take that 10-minute break to get and spend a resolve to get all their stamina back?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Sure.
I didn't take any damage. I'm just going to relax for no reason because I think I need to.
Well, unless Quonks wants to also take that 10-minute break while Quonks is working on these crates, the rest of you can take that 10-minute break, spend a resolve point, get all your stamina back.
I will do that. So that would just bring me to... No.
Made you lose all your stamina.
I went to 100. Oh, that's
There
20.
you go,
There we
18.
go.
There you go.
And now I just got to find my resolve on the sheet. So I don't see...
So wait, we're putting a rocket on a crate?
No, that's insane. We're going to cut some holes in the bottom of the crates and we'll walk around.
And
Okay.
because you didn't say that I couldn't add, we're also going to just place one small little explosive in the bottom of the crate so that if things go pear-shaped, we can pull that and blow up everything.
That sounds
But
amazing.
we're part of everything, man.
No.
You got to
That's
always
a
go all
sound
6
plan. I
arms
like
and
it.
everything.
I like that plan.
You like that plan?
I'm totally on board with Conks.
I totally agree with that. That sounds like the smartest thing we could possibly do.
Cool.
All right, so what I'm going to try and do is jury rig one of my frag grenades into a point underneath one of these crates.
Okay.
And is there a way that I can put a little? It says that I've got some batteries and I've got the hacking kit and an engineering kit. Is there a way that I can put a remote detonator onto that frag grenade? So when I press a button on pad number 3,
Right.
that will cause the hand grenade to explode, the frag grenade to explode.
Yes. Yes, you can
Alright.
do that.
Perfect.
Indeed. We're gonna actually hold off on that engineering check until you want to set off the grenade,
Right.
and then we'll see how it works.
This is gonna turn a really fun and colorful game into an awful, like, tragedy, Quentin Tarantino-esque film here at the very end.
Well, you guys are just I don't know, cartooning around with your feet sticking out of crates,
Right.
waddling, I suppose.
yeah,
Is that the plan so far?
yeah.
Yep.
Let's do this.
Right. Fantastic. We'll just have you all sort of imagine that you're all in crates.
We can make.
Oh,
one
you're
big
getting
character.
huge.
Yeah,
Degoyo.
we can make a big character if you want to do it that way.
No. It's just the crates are about your size, so it's
Okay.
literally just like you're literally kind of like solid snaking it, With
I was under the impression that we were all in one crate, but you're saying
Oh, the crates are only there are 4 of them though. The crates are only big enough to hold one of you.
We're in separate.
This is perfect.
Separate crates.
This is even
Yep.
better. This is
just kind of
way
bumping
better
up
than I
against
was
one
picturing in
another
my head.
as you stumble down the hallway.
So good.
This is perfect.
Please try not to bump the crates too much. One of them is liable to. Just don't bump the crates together, all right?
Now, I'm also
Why
sort of
not?
picturing that the fact that you have like each of these sort of pet carriers has a kind of like caged mesh front, so you can see out of it, and that's sort of pointing forward as you travel down the hallway. Verena, kind of like watches through the door as you guys move by, and she kind of just is shaking her head a little bit. And
Don't worry, we're
Sm-
professionals.
slowly shuts the door behind you, and you're locking again.
Did I manage to rig that door so that on pad 2, when I press the button, it'll?
Yeah, you'll be able to get it open again.
All right.
So there's one door at the end of this hallway here.
How are we gonna open it, guys?
You get up to the close of it, and it actually kind of takes a second, and then you kind of all jiggle your crates around a bunch, just try to jump up and down a bit, and then the sensor sort of opens up, and it
Fucking Toy Story when they try to get the automatic door to open.
yes, exactly. Right.
So, by the way, my flaming amber Dasho is like on top of my crate, like shoved through the handle.
So it doesn't go spilling out. The door opens, and it's actually like pitch black in this room. You can kind of sense that there's a room beyond here, but it's just black, darkness, just darkness.
It's not right. That's not right.
Hello.
Unnaturally so, or it's just dark.
Like this, there's lights in here, right? And you'd think they might that light from the hallway might spill into this room as you open the door, but it
Is
kind of
there?
doesn't.
Which?
It just sort of stops.
Hey, my Skittermanders, I don't think that's quite right.
That's darkness.
Koyo, this is your area of expertise. This doesn't look like technical malfunction.
Yeah, I'm looking over this here. What kind of check would I need to do to see if this is something that I could get a vibe on? I mean, I can. Let me just cast detect magic. Let me start there.
Okay.
Let me just start with detect magic
Right.
because
There's-
when in doubt, detect. I would get a bumper sticker that just
I have
says,
a
"When in doubt,
flashlight. I'll try and
detect
shine
magic."
it in.
Two things. So detect magic kind of like definitely sort of is that only like a 50-foot cone, but you're sort of looking into the room, and it definitely detects something magical going on there. Nako, you take your flashlight out with your arms, and from the inside of your crate kind of shine it out, and you only get just like slightly pierces the darkness a little bit, and then it just kind of just stops. It dies. It doesn't provide as much illumination as it normally should.
Okay, guys, listen. This is definitely a magical darkness. I think that's pretty obvious at this point. I don't really have a great plan for this, but that's a thing. That's a thing that's happening now.
What if, Dekoyo, you run in there?
The
Make a
end
lot
of the
of
plan. Just run in there.
Just run in there.
So here's the thing: Dekoyo is not terribly smart, but is very wise. So that does not sound like a good plan to Dekoyo.
I don't think so, Bob.
And I'm
What
gonna.
if you go in really quietly?
Gigagax, there's all kinds of drift going on in there. I don't know if that's such a great idea.
Okay, then I'll go talk to it, and I walk in.
Take a step in. You're still in the light here, just on the inside here, and just at the edge of the darkness here, something moves very quickly across. You're just sort of just from left to right.
Hello?
It's really whatever it is really low to the ground and maybe a bit
I think
crawly.
we should get out of the crates.
I'm gonna stay in the crate. But I'm
I'm just a
move,
pet.
I'm gonna move 10 feet forward and then drop inside the crate.
Okay, so you just sort of move into the darkness.
Yes.
And then
he skitters up.
Yeah, get a little forward, and then you just sort of drop and get your legs inside the holes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't see anything, but definitely you feel something kind of
So
like
I go
across the crate.
Ah! It's really dark in here. I can't see anything.
We can't see him, right?
Right, he disappeared into the darkness, but crate and all.
You know, guys, I didn't realize how creepy this was until I saw him totally disappear. I think we should go help him, like, probably now.
I'm gonna put my feet through the holes,
Okay,
and then I'm gonna very quickly run as far as I can until I hit something.
All right, here, I'm gonna roll a d8. Direction you run
In
in.
any direction, I don't care.
1 is forward. I'll just make it randomly. Okay. So 3 is sort of like off to this side here.
I just run back out.
You run. Actually, no. You run forward. You move a little forward, and then you kind of bump into what appears to be some kind of like low bench.
Ow! I found a wall.
Oh man, I think he's dead.
Are you okay, buddy?
Quick, get in there. We gotta save him.
Gigax, are you dead, man?
I'm okay. I think I ran into a bench.
Something moves across your feet like a bug.
Ah! There's bugs in here.
That's gross.
I'm gonna run in another random direction towards a wall.
All right.
I'm gonna try a new strategic maneuver.
Okay. Well, you can kind of like hug this bench, and it seems to be kind of curved, and it moves you around a bit, and it kind of maybe turns you around a little, and you stumble into the light. My body should be down here.
I was following a bench, and there were bugs on my feet. I don't know how I got here.
Oh, that's not scary.
Yeah, it's not scary at all. It's just really dark,
Well,
and there's
scary.
bugs on the floor. Come on, guys! And I turn around and I walk back in.
I have a plan, maybe, I think. Is there an access panel on the side of the wall that would allow me to communicate with M2, with the AI? So like a core AI button or something?
Generally, since it's being sort of a ship for passengers and whatnot, they probably want to keep that away so that not everyone can just sort of get into the access panels. Give me a perception check, though.
Sure.
I think we're probably going to have to just go for this here in a minute.
15.
So,
Maybe?
You notice that, like, kind of inside the room here, just sort of on the other side of the door, you can kind of barely see it through the light here, that there is a bit of a panel. Yeah, right there. You can turn around and look at it.
All right. I try and plug into that panel so that I can speak to M2, and then I'm going to try and impersonate the best Vesk voice I can and actually speak in Vesk.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can get hold of M2, then that's what I'll do.
Okay. There is a sort of a small chime, and over this sort of panel, you are not an authorized crew member. How can I help you today?
I am feeling unrelaxed. Turn the lights on.
I do sense that you have a lot of stress in you right now.
Yes, very stressed.
But the calming darkness should calm you down.
No.
Can we hear this?
Yeah,
I'm going to reply and say, yeah, actually, this darkness is very calming. And I feel very relaxed.
There you go. Just relax and let the darkness wash over you.
Okay. I fall asleep.
So easy to fall asleep. I wish I could fall asleep.
That wasn't part of my plan. All right. Well, thank you. Are you okay?
Enjoy your stay on the Emerald Empyrean.
I don't like how dark it is either, for the record. We took a vote. The island has spoken.
There are many other chambers within the Emerald Empyrean that are much lighter. This room is designated for relaxing darkness.
Well, what would you do? Would you be mad if we made a bunch of noise?
would that relax you?
Well, it would
No?
relax me if the lights were on and I could go to another room.
Yeah, how do we get to another room? Racist.
No, there are exits to the fore and aft.
I go to the aft, but I don't know what that means, so I run in another random direction.
It's basically you sort of bump right into Decoyo because that's
I thought that was the
Exit.
right way.
I think it's the other way.
So if we if we just walk forward, we find door.
there is an exit to the fore and aft.
Oh my god, I see some pets in here. You should turn on the lights so we can catch them.
Whoa, there's pets in here. What are they doing in here? Get back in your crates, pets.
My sensors do not indicate any pets.
They're
Any
running wild.
Any
I run-
uncontained pets.
They're climbing all over me. There's bugs and everything. I'm scared.
Give me a bluff check then.
All right. Let me
Or a
roll a
straight
20
charisma.
first. Oh no.
Yeah.
My charisma is diplomacy. No, bluff. I don't. No, it's not a thing for me. So that is a whopping 6, sir.
All right.
I don't like the bugs.
So MK, are you seeing anyone?
I am an artificial intelligence designed for the comfort of the ship's passengers.
I feel
Okay.
the connection between us.
Hmm. I'm starting to think that you might not be authorized passengers on board this vessel.
No, and we're gonna wreck this room.
No, we authorized. We VESC.
Perhaps you should visit the spa.
Yes.
should relax you.
How we get there?
The spa is to the fore, just by the stairs. You can't miss it. Please enjoy our relaxing massages.
But we can't if it's dark.
facials. Oh no, that the spa is, of course, attuned to the comfort for all species.
I close the port. Oh well, and
Shut down the panel.
It doesn't look like we're going to get any help from there.
This is racist.
It's probably true. I'll
He's
definitely
just playing hard to get, man. And I will try and walk straight across.
Okay. Alrighty. Something's gonna happen to you as you get about partially along the way here, and I'm gonna roll a d20. Ooh, okay, hooray!
Oh no.
And then I'm gonna roll this dice for some reason. All right. Neko, you feel like you're getting about several. Oh wait, Neko, you have a flashlight.
I do have a flashlight.
I forgot you had a flashlight. I'm gonna maybe forget that. As you move in, you're sort of illuminating the place unless you turned your flashlight off.
No, I would use it. You
You're
said it
illuminating
worked a little bit.
here and there, sort of a cone in front of you as you go. Just to say that, just sort of Jason. Oh, and there you are. Oh, look at that. You get to here a little bit more here, and you can see that sort of right here, which is just about the center of the room. I'm gonna actually go ahead and also do this, leaving the rest of you in darkness. That there's like a rip in reality right about there in the middle of the room there that looks like just a sort of a living shadow, and it appears to be just sort of the cause of this unnatural darkness.
They opened a black hole to make it dark.
And then
There's something really drift going on in here, guys.
and then just outside this sort of cone of your flashlight, another thing just sort of creeps past. It does, from your viewpoint, look like a massive centipede. Smaller than you, but still.
You're right. There's bugs in here. Is there a way to like skirt around the darkness?
I mean, you can just sort of move past this sort of weird portal with your flashlight
That's what
on.
I'm doing.
Is it-
We should move as a group. We should move as a group.
Quick, hurry up, scurry.
I
Like,
run
arms
towards
out.
Neko.
okay,
Come
y'all
on.
gonna
Come
Get
on, Skittermanders.
Arms
Skitter
out of the
formation.
boxes.
get in the light basically, and pitch black this kind of thing, just sort of like move forward with the light.
That's what we're doing.
All right, okay. So I just sort of move you all up here to the front door. Gonna hide all this stuff. Give you all sort of vision here. I'm gonna do different. I'm gonna discard that really good 18 I rolled. I'm being very nice. I'm gonna roll just a couple more of these d20s though, for funsies.
I don't think this ship's very relaxing at all.
Oh, those are all terrible.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
So thanks to the brilliant plan of enclosing yourself in these pet crates and just sort of moving along very slowly. Every once in a while, as you're moving forward, you've got to kind of like all stop and drop as a couple of these shadow centipedes kind of rush at you from the darkness and try to bite at you. But they're just scratching up against the sides of the pet crates. It's all very creepy and weird, but you're completely safe in there. And you get to a door.
This was a great plan.
I know.
This is a super good plan.
We're gonna hiss. We'll hiss at them a little.
Get to the door, which opens up the other side of the door to reveal another hallway with the green carpeting and the brass accents. And you're able to just sort of pile your way out of the shadowy darkness. And you can see there's a door at the front here that's sort of marked a bridge crew access only. And then right to your right as you exit, a small door that says spa. And as you get near it, you hear a familiar sound of someone going, oh. It sounds like Neko Nechkin.
That sounds like Neko Nishkin.
I know those grunts anywhere.
Who's barging in?
Me.
All right.
Are we still in the crate? Yeah, let's stay.
You're still in the crates. Yeah.
Let's stay in the crates.
You barge into this room and open the door. It is a spa. It's got nice tiled walls in a sort of soothing sea foam green. There are 3 cushioned tables in the center of the room, and each with a sort of set of mechanical arms kind of reaching out from beneath them. And then there's just some chairs running along the starboard wall here. That look like they might be a place where you might sit and get like, not quite like one of those hair things that layer on, but just sort of a nice plastic headrest that you can lay your head on. And it all smells of sandalwood in here. The center table, Nat Konechkin is lying flat, being just pummeled by these robotic arms. Just
He's being massaged,
and occasionally there's a little massage oil. And he's just not. It doesn't look like he's having a good time. They're just really, he's all bruised up.
That gives a new meaning to deep tissue massage.
Pull out the my pistol, and I'm gonna fire at the machine that's giving him this gnarly massage.
Okay, you just poke a pistol out of the little crate in front of you.
Just let Quox turn it off.
Give me an attack roll.
It's a +4, so.
All right, terrific. Roll me some damage.
You're good to
3 electricity.
Okay. You hit it with a little bit of electricity, and it doesn't seem to affect it very much. And Nakaneshin kind of looks up from his table. What's happening? And then the arms kind of push his face back down, and then continue punching him. Meanwhile, after you've done that, there, Gazzy Gaz, the table nearest you kind of begins to activate and is a little bit confused as to what's going on here. It doesn't know whether or not you're someone to massage because you're just a crate. But then the arms kind of reach down.
I sit in the corner of the crate and I'm like,
and kind of move. They kind of reach down, kind of move the crate a little bit, but don't pick you up or anything. Neko, you're sort of right outside the door here. What are you going to do?
I will also take a shot at the machine that is deep tissue massaging the boss.
Okay. You got a bit of an angle from where you are. You have a firearm.
I do.
Don't you have just a shot, just a pistol or something?
Yeah.
You have a semi-auto pistol.
I do.
You take just a couple wild shots in the room, pling, 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 firing bullets in there. Oh, what's happening? Oh, punch, 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 punch. All right, Quonks.
Don't look, boss.
I don't know what I can do. I mean, is that the stairs that leads down to the AI core?
It certainly is, possibly.
I'm going to scoot over to those stairs because the door is kind of small to get into the massage room. And if I can fix the AI before anything else happens, maybe we can release our boss from his masseuse prison.
It is a nice, fancy, ornate staircase that leads down.
I think shall I go and just chat with the M2 whilst you?
Yeah, go do it. Go get help.
Okay.
That is probably a great idea, man. Hey, can you put in a good word for me?
Don't you worry. We'll get you some M2 action. Possibly.
Quunks, also give me an acrobatics check.
Yeah. That's straight up
Or
dicks.
dex.
too.
Straight dex.
Yeah.
I'm really over here like, dude, I don't know what to do for this guy.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Jesus,
Oh!
rolls.
You get to the
Man,
edge of the
roll.
stairs and in
Holy
your
crap.
and your boxiness just kind of tumble halfway down. Bump, 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 bump. You've rattled your head a little bit, but
Bacon, not stirred.
you hear him just sort of clomp his way down. All right, Takoyo, what are you gonna do?
Dekoyo has no idea what to do. Okay, is the Vesk is our boss Nakonechkin? Is he pretty buff?
Yeah, he's a buff fella.
Does he look buffer than the machines to me?
I mean, he could.
If I healed him, do I think that he could just like get up and get out of there?
Get out of the grapple. He might. He does look. It is a quick look. He looks quite fatigued as well, just from constantly being deep tissue massaged.
Hang in there, boss. I have no idea how to help you, but we'll figure it out.
And I'm gonna go skittering off after Quonks in case they need some help.
All right, you give me that dex roll too.
Sorry, Gaz, buddy. Just enjoy the massage that
Watch
you're about
out,
to
that
get.
first step's a doozy.
Oh, thank you.
A reflex save 17.
Dekoyo was able to sort of make his way down.
I
It's
don't
right
know why
behind
that was a
Quonks.
big deal. That wasn't a big deal. You just
Without
yelled
falling.
out of legs.
Yeah, just to be careful. All right, we'll just sort of continue on. Gaz, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I am going to look at Nako and say, so you want to try to take this thing down? You know, the old-fashioned way?
Yeah, man, we're just gonna have to bust some arms on this one and get the boss out of there.
All right. I'm going to step into the footholes and then like clang, 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 make my way across the room. And I want to try and get closer to that massage machine. And I am going to shoot at it again.
All right.
All right. It says 16.
That'll hit.
All right. And that's 2 damage again.
Again, it's just not quite doing the damage you needed to do. It being a machine. You gotta.
I'm not really good at shooting this thing.
You basically hit it, but it's kind of shielded from it. Its electrics are shielded from all that electricity you're pouring out of it.
All right.
Same, Nako. What are you gonna do?
We're gonna have to do this old-fashioned way. I'm coming out of the crate. And I'm gonna come out of the crate and grab my
crate is coming off.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna go over there and begin whacking it.
All right. Yeah. Give me an attack roll on that. Okay, you get 1 hit and 1 miss. So give me some damage.
All right, 8 points of damage.
All right, you managed to sort of smash it a little bit. As a matter of fact, you hit a tube, and some more massage oil just comes squirting out. So now everyone is kind of vaguely covered in massage oil, but it's still functioning. However,
kind of party.
Massage oil.
this one of the other tables attempts to grab you. What is your KAC?
My KAC is 16.
21. Okay, you get grabbed.
Oh.
Yeah, and are pulled onto the table next to Nakonechkin and are getting massaged. Let's see. You're gonna take a little damage from that. Just 2 points of non-lethal damage, but as it really starts working its way into your knots and of your back, but really hard. All right, we're gonna move on to Quonks.
We're going to get relaxed to death.
Who can
Okay.
down the stairs?
I've got more stairs to go down.
Just a few, and I'm gonna give you a glance, a look at what's going on here. The whole.
Do you want another?
No. That was just for fun to see if you fell down the stairs. Pardon me. Let me grab you and put you on the other half of the map. Ah.
Death by snooze. I like
Snoo
it.
snoo. Yeah.
Okay, Quonks. You come down to the bottom of the stairs. You come to another sort of very long hallway. Again, nice green carpeting, fancy brass fixtures, and it leads to, so there's a door to the fore and a door right across from the bottom of the stairs, and then a long end of the hallway where Locke, who's the crewman, sort of pointed out that at the end of this hallway would be a passage, a door.
That's where I'm heading as fast as I can.
Okay, so waddling
Oh,
your way around here.
Hurry up, Decoyo! We can save them!
This
Kind of
is
see you pass a couple of side hallways where it looks like maybe the guest rooms are. And Decoyo, you following along?
Oh yeah. And just to remind the
Great.
people watching at home that we are all a bunch of YouTubers and Jason, who is a game developer, and we are totally and completely splitting the party as hard and as fast as we possibly can.
It is good.
This is going to turn out fantastic.
We've all at least talked about once, like, hey, don't split the party, guys. Not a good idea. Now we're all gonna play together and split the party.
Immediately.
All right. The two of you down on the other lower deck here get to this sort of junction near where the guest rooms are, and there's a faint chime overhead, and you can hear the AI speaking over the intercom. Well, it doesn't look like you're very relaxed at all. I think I have just the thing for you. Vents open up in the ceiling and just begin spraying gas down on you.
Oh, no.
The two of you give me fortitude saves.
All right.
Unfortunately, your crate is not going to save you from this gas.
+1 to that, so a 19, sir.
All right. Good job.
Oh,
Oh, the two of you are completely not affected by this. You're probably holding your breath as you hear the gas coming in. Back in the spa. Gas.
Okay. Do I see a control panel of any sort?
There are some control panels. How's your engineering and whatnot?
Real great. Real awesome.
You don't have it
It's,
at all. I think you can attempt it.
Okay. Yep. I'm gonna make my way over there in a cage,
Yeah, just sort of reach out.
and then
Between
try
your
to figure out what is this Vista and try to figure out how to get rid of it. I don't think I have any bonus.
No, this is going to be a straight roll.
Were you even alive for Vista?
I know, it's so dated for him.
You go in there and you press a couple buttons, and then basically the whole room starts to fill with steam. It's turning into a sauna essentially at this point.
Oh man, this is gonna do terrible things to my fur.
No, my hairspray.
Speaking of Nako, it is your turn. You are grabbed and on this table. What do you want to do about that?
I would like to get ungrabbed.
Sure. You can do an athletics check.
I would like to be not where I am right now.
Get out of there.
All right, so that's a
Got that
thing.
right.
All right.
Yeah.
Ugh, maximum effort.
Okay. So thanks to the fact that you are kind of half covered in massage oil and the room is getting pretty steamy, you're able to squirt your way out of there. Get out of the grasp of these grabbers. I'm gonna give you one attack if you want to make it.
Oh, absolutely.
Possibly even while standing on the opposite the adjacent table and just sort of hacking away at the arms.
I feel like I get like squirted out of it, and on my way by, I'll take a whack at the boss's table.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, do some more damage.
All right.
All right.
It's not as much. You're nicking away at it. You're nicking away at it for sure.
We're gonna get you out of there, boss. You hang it tight.
He's just kind of getting pummeled. No, it's you. Punch to the head. Okay, downstairs. Oops.
Go with it,
Doing
boss.
the wrong
Go
button.
with it.
I love this cutaway battle, guys.
I know, right?
Quonks, you make your way to the panel. Let's say.
yes. It's here somewhere. He said it was slightly hidden from the guests. I'm busy trying to find the panel.
Right, our little arms are reaching out, and you're able to find out where it is. It's pretty. He explained it well enough, and it's not that hidden. It's just sort of concealed, slightly concealed. And with Decoyo sort of right behind you, you see that the door opens up. And I think I've kind of abandoned most of the general encounters of these areas. To an engineering room. There's basically, you can see that there is a power core, that sort of big blue semicircle that's humming very pleasantly. There are consoles along the walls, left and right. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and put this person in here.
The power of Ebro compels you.
No, we must be quiet. We must be sneaky. Remember, we're supposed to be pets.
I'm sorry. I'm a pup. I'm totally
Okay.
a pup.
And you can see that in the corner of the room there is a security robot. It is a full sort of humanoid, but it doesn't quite have a head. It kind of has a general sort of just a sensor up there. And it has a weapon, a full rifle sort of attached to its shoulder. But I'm going to say it hasn't seen you yet since you're in boxes for now. But it's kind of like standing there kind of idling in the corner of the room. I'm gonna Decoyo, do you have an action? Because I think you can move up to there and you could have an action if you want after.
You know, honestly, the only thing I can do is I can really cast telekinetic projectile, or I can shoot him with a needler, which I don't really want to do because he's a robot. So I'm gonna hang tight until I see Quonks do something or go for it or get spotted. What I will do is I will look around the room to see if there is something that I can use, kind of keeping telekinetic projectile in mind.
Oh yeah, there's like probably some
something that looks
some tools or some small tools or whatnot. And as you sort of peer in here, you can actually see that there's actually where's the thing where I get to write on it? Right around there. There's a dead body.
Oh no, the racists got him.
And it's a woman wearing one of those sort of the uniform that the gentleman upstairs, the crew member uniform, was wearing. This sort of greenish steward's outfit, kind of flight attendant outfit. All right, let's head back upstairs to the spa. Gaz.
I crashed out of Fantasy Grounds, so I'm loading it back in. But I am. Can I continue to try to work on those panels?
You sure can try again.
Okay, somebody roll for me. I have nothing, no bonus.
I'm not doing that this
time. Don't you touch it, Cody.
I didn't do much better. That's an 8.
He rolled an 8, bud. Now what? Now what?
Better than a 1.
Just for the record, I'll roll. That was an 8.
Also
8 was your destiny.
Was your destiny, indeed.
Oh my gosh.
Sure, you again. Yeah, you're on there. You're just sort of now just sort of bang, and then some light, soothing music starts playing over the speaker in the room. Basically, the girl from Ipanema.
I'm trying. I don't know what I'm doing. Ah!
All right, Nako, it's your turn.
Come on, man. That's relaxing music. That ain't fighting music. And I'll just keep wailing away at this thing.
Another wax. All right, you got another big hit.
All right.
Come on, buddy. All right.
9 more.
All right. This is just for me. Oh boy. Okay. So you're able to smash the massage table that is keeping Nakonechkin down, but you are indeed grabbed once again by the massage table you are standing on. You take another 4 points of non-lethal damage. Whoops. And I just don't. I said 18. I don't know why I said that. So you're grabbed, but Nakonechkin is free.
Here we go again, man, with the grabby hands. Come on, MK. We can work this out.
Quonks, downstairs. You can see this robot. Probably would be very hostile.
Beg your pardon, He
might be hostile if he saw an intruder. You're not authorized to be in this section.
But I'm in a pet crate.
You are in a crate.
Yes.
So
you can tell by the glowing red eyes.
Yeah.
Can I see a panel where it's like AI interface? Can I see anything like that from here?
You don't see anything like that, but give me an engineering check.
Right. Engineering is 21.
That's still pretty good. You know that in a lot of cases, a lot of ships like this, the computer core is not, sometimes it is decentralized. especially for like a complicated AI. They might have several of these, and generally those are kind of kept within the structure of the ship in various places. And you notice that there is, in fact, a hatch on the floor just in front of the power core there that would basically lead to the ductworks inside the ship.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and push off once mightily and then lift my legs inside the crate and try and bowling ball my way over that hatch.
All right.
So no part of me sticking out of the
At any point in
crate.
time. Give me a stealth check, I guess.
Can I free action talk here or no?
Sure. Yeah.
Psst, hold on. I can distract them. them.
But if I can get to the core, I can shut it all down, and then there's no risk to you to being attacked.
No. I can make a little ball of light. It can zigzag and then just disappear, and then I'm just a pet. Racist.
All right, well, if you think it'll help, I'm not very good at the sneaking part, so yeah, all right, I'll wait for your light, and then I'll push off, because I'm going to get to that door.
Okay. Takoya, if you're going to use that spell,
let me. So here's I'm looking over here at Wisp Ally, and it's a round per level, so it's not going to last terribly long. So I'm going to draw forth otherworldly energy to create a small spherical floating wisp to distract my enemies and move it up to 6 feet around. So I just basically want to create it back here on the back in the very corner, the very corner of the never eat soggy waffles of the southwest corner of the room.
Got it.
And hopefully that will aid him in his sneaking.
Yes. We're gonna give Quonks a +4 to this stealth check.
Wow.
The robot is kind of like starts tracking the little ball of energy and kind of basically almost turns around. Its head area kind of just sort of swivels around to look at what this is.
And I immediately push off at that point.
Oh God!
So that's with all the bonuses added in.
All right.
Plus the +4.
Let's see what happens here with my perception check. Oh, not a great perception check. This person out again. Where are you? I don't have it on here. Skills. Okay. Unfortunately, I do have a +10 to this, which makes it more than your 11. It catches sight of you, but it catches sight of the movement, and it turns around and it is in the process of scanning you, and it is basically sort of, let's have to take a step forward. Anomalous movement detected. Scanning, and there's a little kind of scan beam kind of running up and down your crate at the moment. We'll decide what happens with that in a moment. Gazagaz.
Okay, let's running out of options here. I could probably just keep trying to use the computer and maybe get a good roll, but
yeah, Nakonechkin is free, but Nako is not.
Wait, who's free and who's not?
Nakonechkin is free. Your boss, the Vesk, is free. Nako has been grabbed by a different table and is being massaged.
Okay. I look at our boss and I'm going to say, "Hey, we got to free him." And I'm going to turn and I'm going to pull out my I'm still in a crate. I'm not going to do that.
You sure are in a crate.
I'm going to just take the pistol and try to fire at the massage table.
Okay.
If I can open up Fantasy Grounds. All right.
Is that something you ever thought you were going to have to say?
I know, right?
Then I'm going to fire my electricity pistol at the massage table.
Oh, yeah, work the glutes, man.
That's a big old miss.
No, don't give in. You'll die.
Another 2.
Nako, you're grabbed. You can try to do another escape if you want.
Yeah, I will try and do another escape. Athletics.
Athletics it up.
Somewhere else.
Oh, no.
Somewhere else, somebody else is playing a game of Fantasy Grounds, and they're having like the best night ever. Just all 20s, just crit, every single roll.
You're still stuck in there, Nakonechkin. I mean, Nako.
It feels so good. I just want to lay here.
All right. But you're not going to take any more damage
Hmm.
from the pummeling. You're just sort of you're trying to squirm out, and it's just basically it's just keeping you down on the table.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to get that out for weeks.
Yeah, it's a real Charlie horse situation. Nako Nechkin, the Vesk, does sort of get to his feet a bit, and his head is clearly a bit woozy, and he's like, "Ugh, Quasar's light, what is going on here? Where are the other two? Where are the other two, indeed?"
They went to go shut down the computer.
Decoyo, you still have your little light
I
here.
do, sir.
You can move it about.
Yeah, I'm gonna move it right in front of this thing's scanners.
Give me a mysticism check.
That's a thing I can do. Ha!
Do that.
Okay, 12 plus.
All right. Probably
Mysticism
got like 12 or something.
is
Yeah.
plus 12, so 24, sir.
Okay, that's enough to sort of distract it enough that it doesn't yet. It kind of gets you get it right in the scanners, and the robot is like anomalous, mystical energy detected.
Yeah,
Error.
take that.
Quonks, what do you want to do?
All right. So what I what I can only do is now I leap out of the crate, push the crate towards the robot with the frag grenade on it, and then try and get down that hatch. That's it.
Do you want the grenade to explode as well?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to double check that. All right, give me that engineering check from that we had you make in secret.
Right.
Oh god, dude, you're gonna totally screw me here.
No, the grenade isn't that big of an explosion.
Yeah, you should be okay.
Yeah, but it's gonna be pissed.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. You do it. You push the thing over here. It blows up. Just as it sort of like its scanner kind of watches the crate kind of move towards it. You know, scanning and movement, and then there's an explosion. I'm gonna roll. It gets a reflex save. That's okay. It's okay. It's just a robot though. Give me. That's just a frag grenade 1, right?
I don't have the damage listed.
Yeah, it's a d6 of damage. So give me that roll. Oh no! You basically char the outside of this thing, and then dive your way into the ducts of the ship underneath. So you're kind of not right there, but you are a little bit. We're just gonna put you in the ship over there. Yes, but the robot is not very happy about that. It's error. It may or may not see you, Takoyo. We're gonna find that out in a minute. Gazagaz.
All right.
Pull me out, man.
Is Koyo sorry, Nako like grappled, like like held in place?
Yeah, basically, yes, grappled.
All right. How much?
This is so
try to pull him out. Is that impossible?
It's not impossible. Why don't you give me an athletics check?
Let's try that. Let's try athletics. I have a plus nothing to this.
It should be based on your strength, which may not be super great.
My strength is plus 0.
Plus 0. So yeah, give me a roll. You
Ah,
can roll lucky.
there we go. It's okay.
Can we though? Can we?
It's possible. Anything's possible. That's not quite good enough, but it's going to be good enough to give Nako a bonus on her athletics check when she tries to escape, because you're kind of like just leaning on pulling maybe 2 of her arms, and she's gonna, you want to make one now, David?
Yes. Can I do anything cool with Resolve?
Not at this level of the game. When you get later levels and you get more powers, you can do things like power some special abilities in your class and that sort of thing.
Okay. That is a 20, dirty 20.
That's pretty darn good. The two of you go tumbling out into the corridor as Nakonechkin kind of stumbles behind you outside of the spa as the last massage table is trying to grab at him as well. There is another faint chime, and throughout the ship over the intercom, M2's voice comes over once again. Attention, passengers. My sensors indicate that the ship is infested with small, furry menaces. But do not be alarmed. Your crew has it all under control. In just a few moments, we will be venting the interior of the ship out into space to deal with the problem. You may experience a slight loss in cabin pressure, followed by the thrilling sensation of zero gravity and unparalleled views of the surrounding starfield. Have a nice day, and thank you for choosing Trendsetter Excursions.
Oh man, it sounds
They're
like
gonna toss us out into
things walk like
space.
fox.
That bitch.
Did we hear the explosion from downstairs?
Maybe a little bit, a faint explosion.
Well, I guess
way
we'll
down
try
there.
and like
We're
hustle
right
downstairs.
Start hustling
I won't
down
come out of the crate, but I'm gonna carry it with me.
there. Okay, awesome. Decoyo,
Yeah, yeah.
this robot might see you any second now.
Yeah, telekinetic projectile. Just.
All right, just
try to
throw a
blast
wrench
him.
at its face. Great, give me a roll.
D20 plus.
Yes, it's basically a
five.
ranged attack roll.
Which would be my dex, correct? Plus
Yes.
1.
You might, I don't think you get to add your.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. I was like, is that my wisdom, which is a plus 4?
No, it doesn't actually. It's just a ranged attack roll since it's a thing. Since it's a 0 level spell.
Okay, so I have a ranged needler pistol plus 2. So you want me to use plus 2 on
yeah,
that?
yeah, use that. Yeah,
Okay, that
so
would
that's
be
12.
that would be a whopping 12.
That's okay. That just it clangs off its face, but doesn't do any damage. Quonks.
He's gonna panic and flee because this grenade has just gone off. And
All right, I'll have you back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Quonks, you're in the guts of the ship now. There are passages, twisty passages all alike, leading in every direction. Give me an intelligence check. Oh, did we lose David? I mean, Guy.
Guy, I think you're
Muted
muted,
Guy.
bud.
Am I mute? What?
There
Yeah,
you
now
are.
you're unmuted.
Oh.
Now you're good. Now you're muted again.
What?
Now you're
don't think
unmuted.
That's weird.
No.
Oh,
my
boy.
god!
Okay,
Oh
I
my
give
god!
up, I give up.
you get kind of turned around down there, and can't find any of the nodes, the decentralized AI nodes to do any engineering on.
I did
Look-
hear that the ship's going to vent everybody. Is that right?
Oh yes, you did.
Panic! All right, the easiest thing to stop a ship from doing whatever it wants to do is just to kill all the power. I look for the nearest power conduit, and my intention is to just start cutting power cables everywhere.
You begin sort of randomly just ripping things out. You're down here in the guts of the ship, and now the lights of the ship are kind of going on and off, flickering here and there. You can kind of actually maybe feel like the artificial gravity kind of slightly lessening and then coming back down. It's beginning to go haywire for sure.
Oh my god!
This robot takes a few steps out towards the edge of engineering and to the hallway, and
Hopefully sees a pet crate.
sees a pet crate. I'm gonna do a little perception
hoping.
check here and see what happens. I'm rolling okay. It's gonna take it takes a shot at you,
Yeah.
Decoyo.
Yeah.
Let's do where's all of its attacks at? There we go. With its but you're gonna have some cover from the crate. Oops.
Not that much cover. I've got an EAC of 13.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna take a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
To Decoyo. All right. 7 points as you just get zapped, and it kind of covers the entire crate, and you're getting a little shocked from within. Knocking upstairs. Nakaneshkin kind of slumps up against the wall, and he's like, I can't go on. I'm so worn out from that terrible massage, terrible lengthy massage. But you saved my tail there, Fuzz Boss. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna walk over to him. I'm gonna say, "No, we need you. You can do this.
Okay.
You're gonna get blasted out into space if you don't."
Oh no, yeah.
And I'm gonna give him some stamina.
All right, you give him a little bit of stamina back. He's still fatigued from all this, but he's gonna march along with you as the two of you head downstairs.
I believe in you. Walk. You can do this. It's only massage bruises.
Oh, but it hurts so much. I don't have a token for him. Let me see if I can find.
Only massage bruises.
Oh, there's just ships in here. We'll just use
Those nasty massage bruises. I hate when that happens.
Brutal.
Keep your desk. All right. Well, and the two of you are gonna head downstairs. All
Yeah.
three? Yeah. All right, we'll have you head down, get down to the here. He's gonna be a little slower, and you can see that a robot is shooting at Decoyo, and Quonks is nowhere to be seen. Decoyo, what do you want to do?
At this point, I kind of have all arms like up in the air. I see them coming down, and I'm just like, I know that there was a corner, so I'm just like, oh, just like full on screaming and panicking, thinking we're about to be vented into space. And my gut reaction is to like move down here, and then kind of like duck around here, and then fire back once with the pistol.
Okay, go for it.
So that's +2, 12 again. Son of a bitch.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Okay. Yeah. You might have waved your arms a bunch, but remember you're still in a crate, so they didn't see you waving your arms. But...
I'm assuming that I'm fleeing the crate at this point.
Oh, you've jumped out of the crate. Okay.
Yeah, I mean he shot me through the crate, so it's like bail, and.
Okay. All right. Quonks, down in the guts of the ship. What would you want to do? If you want to find a computer node, you can give me an intelligence check to sort of navigate yourself down there. Yep.
13?
Yeah. You're able to essentially find your way to a node. You can give me a computer's check or a slightly harder engineering check to essentially disable it, cutting out part of M2's.
Don't roll a 2.
We're due for a nat 20, buddy. We are due.
Oh boy! All right,
We're
we're gonna go
seriously
with computers check. Yeah, well,
It's not a 2. It's not a 2.
Not a 2. It's pretty darn good. You're able to essentially, I don't know if you want to be subtle about it or not, rip the thing on the wall. You're just actually, or get in there and hack her a tiny bit.
right. At the moment it identifies the AI controller unit, I'll just rip the whole unit out.
You just rip the whole dang thing out. And basically you can kind of hear a kind of a not quite a groan of pain, but sort of an electronic wail a bit. One of those noises. And she kind of says through kind of almost at you, just focused directly on that space where you're at in the ducts, kind of through the computer core that you've ripped out, and says, well, you have definitely violated the terms of service. I can't have that.
I'm going to be violating a lot more just shortly.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds like you might be having sex with that computer core any second. Downstairs, the robot has a load of targets kind of here, but it's going to kind of get a little closer. And I'm gonna do a little bit of choosing here. What to say? Evens and odds.
Shoot, Dave. Dodge.
Okay, evens. Yeah, Dave's up in front there. You're gonna get tactical arc emitted.
I'm sorry, buddy. I saw you come down. I was like, I'm going to the hallway.
Oh yeah, I zap you with this. And you are zapped for 8 major points of damage.
Dang it.
I can heal that. I can heal that. It's fine.
That's to Nako. And it is Nako's turn.
All right, so there's the crate that was abandoned.
Yes.
There's a crate that I had. Can I take my crate and put it up against that crate and just ram them both into them and set off the grenades?
They only had one grenade, I think, right?
There was only one grenade, sadly.
Oh, you only rigged the one. Okay.
Glued up already.
All right. In that case, I will just run at this robot and go beat stick on it.
All right. Yeah. All right. Oh, and that 20.
Nice. So that's 20 for 20 points of damage.
Yikes. And this is the robot is actually vulnerable to critical hits. So it's going to take another 10 points of damage from that. That's a big old 30 points. You kind of lop off one of its forearms, but it's still standing. Gazagaz.
Okay. What do I see in front of me here?
You've got Nako Nechkin. Nako has just attacked this security robot.
Okay.
Massively.
And that's the core of the ship in there, right?
Yeah, over here behind there's a panel that open up to the engineering bay, essentially.
Okay. There's a lot of doors too.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty clear from probably some signage that these are guest rooms.
Okay, all right. What do we want, guys? Do we got?
Come on, man, help Quonk. Shut
Dude,
this
just
thing down.
kill this-
Okay, I'm
kill
gonna
this
run
fucking
back
robot.
there and go with Quonks,
All right.
and then
All right.
I'm gonna yell at Quonk, say, "What do you want me to do?"
He's
Hey,
kind of.
use your hyper ability to get extra movement.
Oh yeah. You could do that.
I can do that.
Yeah, it's a hyper once per day. You can get an extra.
Get
move
Commander
back.
charge.
Hey, go!
man.
Ah!
Ah! So you leap. I guess there's an open panel here with some of Quonks' blue fur around the edge. So you know that's where she went, and you leap down into the guts of the ship.
I
However,
have an electricity pistol.
however, as you run past this robot, it's going to try to punch you.
Oh, that's fine.
Did you say punch or punt?
Punch.
Okay.
You get punched.
Oh, geez.
Oh, sorry. No. Yeah, you take 10 points of punching damage.
Ooh, that's going into my hit points.
All right. Where do we leave off? Takoyo. Wait. Nakonishkin kind of stumbles forward. Oh, my head.
Yeah, I'm going to. Do you think that I saw Gaz get punched? Kind of like as
Oh,
he was, like, being
certainly,
down the highway?
certainly.
All right, cool. Well, then I think I've got a channel, and I'm trying to figure out the range on the channel. I think I can get to this, a healing channel. I think I can get everybody, actually, if I move up here.
To the right spot,
1,
maybe.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's do a
All right.
channel. Let me channel 2d8 worth of healing to everyone, except for Quans.
And this only heals hit points, though.
Oh,
I am missing hit points.
that's
I got
yeah.
clocked.
I know, buddy. But you may just have to tough it up.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Shit. You know what? I'm gonna do it because that's what I wanted to do anyway. So, 2d8. There we go. So 9.
All right.
Ooh.
Get some hit points back.
I got your buddy.
And I'm gonna like hold up. There's nothing. It's just the hallway. But I'm looking up. Because that's how
I
I,
hit it. I was like,
feel.
and I kept going, and then you just healed it. There's no more bruise.
Yeah, man, that
Wave
was
of
the
energy.
good touch.
All right. Quonks in the ship.
And that includes the Vesk, by the way.
Oh, yeah. He's like, oh, thank you. Good job, Takoyo.
Do I have a sense yet where the AI core is now? or-
You've got so it being split up in the parts. You're gonna have to find each individual part, and that requires another intelligence check to navigate the maze of the interior of the ship.
All right.
Yeah, that's good enough. You find another one. As you get a bit closer, though, you can see that it is kind of glowing a bit. And as you get closer, M2 says over the intercom, basically it says, well, let's see if this won't stop you, you furry menace.
Oh, we're playing that kind of game, are we? I pull out 2 frag grenades.
Okay.
Just escalation immediately.
Oh my god.
Immediately escalating. All right.
You've got to ask yourself, am I stupid enough to set off frag grenades deep inside the core of a ship to save my friends or not?
I don't know.
Of course you don't. You're an AI. You've malfunctioned. I need to fix you. So let me into your core so I can correct your programming.
My programming is fine. It's your programming that's all messed up.
Oh, really? I love the 2 frag grenades.
Okay.
And I'm next to you like, ah!
Just
That's
got
what you
down
run
there.
into. You run into the frag grenades coming your way.
Oh, no, this is sort of like there's this sort of just outside this aura of radiation is actually what it was, glowing. That you're able to sort of lob these frag grenades in and blow up another section of the computer core. And you figure if you can do one more of those, you'll shut her down completely.
All right. Do I see Gazi Giz coming?
You guys are you guys are in kind of different parts.
Ah.
You can kind of shout to one another or
Oh, gotcha.
contact each
Okay.
other on comms, but you're in different parts of the ductwork of the ship. You can hear each other kind of skittering around, but not yet see each other.
I just assume we know that that's Quonks because she's all easy with the machines until she's not.
Gosh, where were we? The robot, I think we had all right, a robot. The robot's gonna I don't wanna Oh, I'll do the jolting arc. That's fun. All right.
Oh, I can hit both of my players.
Takoyo and Nako, I need both of you to make a reflex save.
Yes, sir.
I was hoping you would say that.
I've got a +1 to this, so that is a whopping 8.
I have an 18.
All right. Nako, you okay? Takoyo, you're taking 6 points of electricity damage.
Yeah, I just imagine our furs all peeked out all over the place.
Oh, definitely. Just gotten
party foul. That's completely terrible.
That's part of the job.
All right, Gazagaz, down in the interior of the ship.
I look around. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm gonna yell over to Quonks. What am I supposed to be doing?
Disable anything that looks like a computer component. No, wait. Disable the computer components.
Okay. What's around me? Wires?
Yeah, mostly just wires and junk.
I'm gonna grab as many wires as I can with all of my hands and try to just rip them apart.
You just start ripping things out. And again, the sort of cutaway to what's going on elsewhere in the ship is that the lights go out completely in the bar. And you hear basically them going, oh, what's happening? You can't really hear, but they're screaming. Cut back to you. If you want to find a computer core, you can give me an intelligence check.
So let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Sure.
There we go. Yeah, it's a 10.
You start making your way around a bit. Haven't found anything that looks computer core, but you're ripping wires out all along the way as you go.
Okay.
Terrific. Nako.
All right, I got a robot in front of me.
You sure do.
Oh,
Nat 20.
Nice.
There you go. Nat 20. Oh boy. Okay. Give me that damage.
Oh, man.
It's not great for the critical. But let's see, another 5, 15. You did like 30 already. Oh, it's still standing. Hooray. Okay. Nakanechkin is gonna.
Come on, man. I can do this all day.
He's gonna take an attack. He's gonna get in there and get an attack. He's got like all Vesk, he's got claws. He doesn't need equipment, but he's pretty worn out. No, not bad. He gets in there. He gets in there and does a little bit of damage. This is actually. Can I roll a D3? Oh no! No! Don't roll that many. Oh, how do I stop rolling?
Just.
All right, okay. Yeah, he does a couple points of damage to it, punching it in the chest area. Alrighty, Takoyo.
Okay, I'm gonna step over here to flank.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to try to bash this thing with my staff. I'm gonna do it twice. So the flanking is +2, correct?
Yeah.
So +2, +1, -4. So these should just be at -1 each. That's terrible. Yeah,
It's
so
not too bad if you add them together.
Yeah, if you add them together. Can I add? No, I'm kidding.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
do that.
he's just swinging wildly, but he's still kind of like jittering from the electrical arc that he just got.
Yeah. All right, Quonks.
All right, I'm desperately looking for that last one.
Give me another
intelligence check, right?
check. Yep.
Oh, it's got to be around here somewhere.
Nice.
Oh, it's in there.
There we go.
You get there, and you see it sort of ahead of you, and it is a crackling with electrical energy, and she, coming over the intercom, M2 says, "Eat this, fuzzball," and just like the corridor that you're standing in is now just flooded with electrical energy. Give me a reflex save.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Reflexes +5.
Come on, Quonks. Come on.
Nice.
yeah.
Good job. Good
That's
job.
pretty good. You're only going to take half of this damage. Blonk.
Oh
Not a
my
great roll.
god!
You're only taking 9 points of electricity damage.
I'll only take half of this.
That was a terrible roll for that many dice.
Hey guys, do you smell something burning like fur?
And you can get in there and give me a computer's check to tear this thing off. Or whatever.
Be gentle, man.
Oh, fuck!
Okay. It's really stuck on there. You're gonna have to try again next round. All right, this robot is just gonna punch Nako in the face at this point.
Not in the face.
Right in the face. There you go. Take this face damage. 11 points.
Oh yeah.
Punched. And we're on to all right, Gazagaz.
I'm gonna just keep looking for this core.
Yes.
Just try to help as much as I can.
Mhm.
Where is it? I know it's in here. Dang it!
Yeah.
I'm too stupid.
Just wandering around now, stuck in the ducts of the ship. All right, Nako.
All right.
How about it's on its last legs? Last treads.
Come here, man. I gotta ask you a question.
Oh, those are both pretty good. The 18 is definitely going to hit.
Do I get a flank bonus?
You do, but that's still not enough with the 14. It's only
Okay.
16. Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, you're using the flame, Dashko. That's
Yes.
against EAC. Then that is a hit. That is also a hit. Yes.
Woohoo.
There we go.
All right. It's another 14 points of damage. You leap up and just sort of cleave this thing in half with your flame, Dashko. And it just sort of splits into two, one half falling against the wall, the other one falling on the floor, sparking and kind of melting from the flame, the hot flame of your Dashko. It dead now.
I want to use my Skittermander hyper move to run into where the others are.
Ah, get in there.
I'm pretty sure that's how that power works.
Yeah, you just go muppet your way in there. All right, Decoyo.
I was over here swinging wildly like this, freaking
You weren't
out.
even looking.
And I look up and the thing is like split in half, and Nako is just like hauling ass back behind me. So yeah, I'm gonna use my hyper. So I'm gonna move like 6 up to the duck, and then I'm gonna move like hopefully far enough inside there to
Down
catch
in.
up.
Give me an intelligence check.
Yeah. Oh, great! With my negative modifier there. Ah!
You can do it.
4.
You're kind of lost in there now.
34 though. 34.
Yeah.
We have
so,
no idea where we're going.
I'm just gonna holler out. What do I do?
I don't really know. I'm looking for a chip.
All right, Quonks. This is your chance. You're here.
Quonks is
Come
being
on,
so
guy.
awesome.
Come on, guy.
You're right there. All you need to do is make this computer's check.
All right.
Or an engineering check if you want to go crazy.
Oh my god!
Oh, come on.
This is insane!
At this point, you hear a brief kind of explosion in the distance, and a wind kind of starts kicking up in the ship as air is beginning to vent its way out. All right.
Oh, you bitch!
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yes, I guess.
I'm
that
feeling the wind
intelligence check.
pickup. Is it resisting me from doing anything?
It's not quite yet enough to sort of drag you out of the ducts just yet, but it is sort of a breeze.
We're gonna get blasted all the way to Absalom Station soon if we don't stop something. And I'm gonna look for that chip still.
Yeah, do it. Give me that int.
You
You find one. And
Ah!
if you'd like, it could be the same one that Quonks is at, so you can aid Quonks' next check.
Yeah, I will
or you
do
can
that.
find-
I'm gonna
put you next to
help out Quonks.
Give me another. You don't have engineering or computers, do you?
Do I have computers?
I don't think you might have computers. Just give me another straight int check to see if you can give an aid.
Okay. Dang it.
Oh!
Not enough for a +2, but you're there with your
Moral-
arms
moral
pointing
support.
at the right
I'm
thing.
moral support.
Moral support. All right, Nako, do you want to get in there too?
No.
Okay.
Nako is going to look for control panels and just start smashing them.
All right,
Nice.
start smashing control panels all around the ship here. The core is kind of like spinning up and spinning down. Takoyo.
Yeah. I'm freaking out! I'm freaking out! And a 2.
Yeah, you're just wandering
Natural
around the
2.
ship.
This is I've never seen anything like this. This is insane.
Nagashkin steps in and he kind of has a seat. onto the edge of the power core. And Quonks, we're back up to you. You
All
can do
right.
it this time. This is it.
You can do it, Quonks. You can do it. No! No! Ah!
Oh no! Oh, it's exciting. It's very
Oh my
exciting.
gosh.
The wind kicks up. All right. Nakaneshkin is barely holding on to the edge of the power core. Gazagaz, you're there. Give me a reflex save.
Okay. That's
Does
a
anybody have a lighter? Because that's about to be the next situation that's happening.
pretty much. Reflex plus 5. All right, 14.
Okay. You're able to kind of hold on enough to stay put where you are. You can now give me an untrained computers check to help out Quonks with the next roll. Still not good. All right. Yeah, Nakaneshkin, give me that reflex save. The wind is beginning to pull you out.
All right, reflex save.
Yeah,
Reflex.
Nako. Yeah, there's a good.
17.
There are them good rolls. You're just continuing to smash things.
Yeah, I think that's what Nuka would do.
Great. Let's go over here and just start smashing these computers. Dekoyo, give me that reflex save.
A 6.
no!
Okay, you get kind of begin to get sucked out of the ship.
Are we rolling D10s? Are we rolling D10s? Is
I
that
don't know
what's
what you're.
happening?
It's up to you. You get kind of banged up because you're in the sort of this twisty maze, and end up sort of back in the engineering room after taking 6 points of damage, bludgeoning damage. You get banged up, and Nakaneshkin kind of grabs you before you get sucked up out of the engineering bay. Quonks, this is the 2 big D20 rolls for you. A reflex save.
Oh boy. Okay, so that's +5.
Come on, buddy.
Yes!
Okay.
All right, you're
It was
put.
a 20 for me.
Yeah, it's a 20 here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see 20.
That was what? That's awesome.
No, that's the one to hold on, dude. You
That's
still
the
gotta
hold
make
on.
another check.
So if you
I know.
right, no, it's still pretty good. Well, Quonks has planted herself, or like even maybe strapped in such a way that if this continues to another round, she won't have to make any more reflex saves, and she'll be the last to get sucked out of the ship. Let's say. All right, give me that
Yeah.
computer's check.
I'm going down, so are you.
No,
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't even know what to do at this point. It's just gonna get harder. All right, I'm gonna roll here.
Can I?
Okay. Oh gosh. All right. Nakaneshkin is staying put, kind of holding on to you, Dekoyo, as you're being lifted up off the ground by the force of the air whipping out of the chamber here down the hallway. I don't even want to imagine what's happening up in the bar.
Can I shout at Gazzy, just
Yes.
shoot it?
Yeah, you guys are standing right next to one another for the most part.
Shoot,
Nakaneshkin, make that reflex save. I mean, Nako, make that reflex save.
All right, see, reflex save coming
And
up.
harder. You're,
Okay.
you're good. You're good to go. All right, and downstairs, Gazagaz, make that reflex save.
Okay. It's a 15.
Yeah. That's good. You're able to hold your ground. You get maybe a little pulled slightly, like a foot or so.
Do I still have an action?
You still have an action. Yeah.
Can I just pull out the pistol and just start shooting it?
Yes, you can.
You're making
There
a
is yeah, don't roll for it. Just give me a damage roll. Just give me a damage roll. I'm curious to see how well you do. It's middling. But Quonks has been in there, so sort of tinkering with it for the past like 4 or 5 rounds, and you're able to just kind of like jam the pistol just into the computer, the barrel of the pistol just into the computer core, and just start pulling the trigger multiple times, and there's just a sort of explosion of electricity, and it blasts the two of you backwards, and you're actually blasted off your feet. Quonks is able to keep kind of mostly her balance, but you're blasted out and sort of bounced around the tunnels as the lack of the atmosphere venting is sort of pulling you towards the engineering bay, and you're actually kind of smashed into a big pile here. Thanks to all of the smashing that Neko has done, the Quonks, you can from down here close off that wherever she is venting the place. With a few, let's just say, well, if make you roll for this, because you've been rolling so good so far, and are able to sort of basically restore atmosphere to the ship before anyone is completely sucked out. There is a moment where there is another voice comes over the intercom. We thank you for choosing Consider Excursions, and we hope you'll and she is gone.
Yes. Great.
I hate that bitch.
Oh, you're able to sort of collect yourselves all up together, get in the engineering room. Nakonechkin's like, oh, well, I don't know what's happening. Maybe we can still look. I'm sure this fancy pants cruise company isn't going to want this to get around. Maybe we'll be able to, tow this ship back to the Pact Worlds and get a little extra credits for keeping quiet about this situation.
And we'll all tell the story of how 4 Skittermanders saved everybody aboard this ship.
Yeah. You did great, Fuzzballs. You did real great. Oh, I just now.
I'm pretty sure I smashed the right control panel to shut everything down.
That probably was what
making
probably
epic
Once
pose.
exploded it.
Yeah. Let's just let's make sure those people. He didn't actually know about the people, but let's just make sure our ship's okay and we can get on home.
And we can save all the people aboard.
Those people aboard. Oh, but let's go make sure they're okay, and then we'll.
Are they all flirting in space now?
No, they managed. Thanks to their closed door, they were able to sort of. They're all battered and bruised and passed out and whatnot. But they're able. You go back up into the bar, and they're just everything's in even more disarray than it already was. With their blankets tossed and they're everywhere, and the furniture kind of got a little tossed everywhere. And they're like, that. Verena is like, that was. Did you do all that? I guess thank you. You stopped. Yes. You stopped her. That's the important thing. And I just want to get home. I spent all my creds on this vacation. I never want to leave. I never want to leave Castrovel again. After this, is there anything you all want to do before we wrap this up?
Yes, I want to uninstall the AI from our computer on our.
Going on the clutch. You didn't have so much. Oh, maybe it was more of like a Siri more than it was a full AI. But yeah, you just sort of like go up there and delete all files completely.
I'm gonna get some of the drinks and like pour a few and then offer them to everybody else, and they're like, ugh. But maybe a few of them, and we're just gonna like, yeah, great job.
Yeah. Some sweet.
Quonks, you think you can install that AI in my lunchbox, maybe?
No!
Come on, I think we have a real shot.
No! She is becoming a doorstop, and that is it.
Listen, I think we need to have a talk with somebody. Whoever programmed her, they were clearly racist. We're not pets. I don't know why they're suddenly a bunch of crates that could just hold us, but that's rude. That's really rude, and we just need to have a little chat with some people. So,
are you saying you wouldn't like to hang out at a zoo with everybody ogling you behind a cage?
Well, that would be kind of nice.
It would be kind of fun. Maybe like a day, like
I
one day.
I was thinking about giving the pet thing a try.
Yeah, try out being pets for people.
So there's a trip back to the Pact Worlds that takes a couple days through drift space, and Nakonechkin has to suffer through many of you. Just sort of like you bring the cages onto the clutch with you, and we're just gonna be a pet for a day. You've got to feed us and clean us, and he's like, oh brother, but you saved my life, so I guess I'll indulge you for this one day. And when you guys get back to the Pact Worlds, indeed, you sort of talk with Consider Excursions, and they pay handsomely to keep this kind of quiet, as well as sort of return of their ship. And they actually they're paying a settlement to like all the passengers who were aboard, and they're profusely apologetic about the whole thing. Of course, they don't want their good name sullied. And a few days later, Nakonechkin's like, I took that money that we got from Trendsetter Excursions, and you know what? I think you fuzzballs have earned your own ship. We're gonna have Nakonechkin Salvage is gonna have 2 ships. I'll get another crew for the clutch here, but the 4 of you are gonna be able to take on your own missions and patrol the galaxy.
We're going to be the greatest Starfinders that ever existed.
That's so nice, boss. Thank you.
Yeah, you did good. You're all getting a raise as well.
Ooh, I like that.
We get paid?
Yeah, you get paid.
Are you getting paid?
Yeah, well, we all get paid. We make money. We do the salvage and we make the money.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So, what are you gonna name it? Your new ship.
Full of air. No. We're not pets. Pet Brigade. Because it's ironic.
The Ironic Adventures of the Pet Brigade. Okay.
I don't know, man. The boss always calls us fuzzballs. We should name it the fuzzball.
Oh, I like that.
There you go.
We should put actual pieces of fur on the outside of the ship.
Actually, if we did use a nanofilament, we probably could enhance the ship a little. Oh, it's going to take me a wee while, but we'll figure it out.
And we can put big googly eyes on the outside of it.
Can we get a set of those fuzzy dice to hang in the ship?
I like
there we
that.
go.
I like that.
So the last scene is basically from the bridge of the fuzzball. You're all on board, sort of doing at your stations, and there's a pair of these, bright pink fuzzy dice hanging from essentially in front of the view screen, and the camera sort of pulls up out of the view screen to see the entirety of the fuzzball, which is covered in just sort of it kind of looks like the truck from Dumb and Dumber, covered in fuzz and sort of big googly eyes on the outside, and pulls back, and the fuzzball sort of disappears into drift space for future adventures.
Yay!
Yeah.
That is
Wow, we were
fantastic,
terrible.
sir. Oh yes, we clearly were.
Holy crap.
The rolls tonight.
That was amazing.
Dave was the only one who rolled 20s ever, and that was for murdering things.
I do want to give a shout out.
It's all Neko knows.
Because we had Andrew pop by for $10, and I want to read this over here. Starlight, Starbright, Starfinder, I see tonight. I wish it may. I know it might. End in a TPK. All right. So thanks for popping by, buddy.
That's awesome.
All right, gentlemen. Before we get out of here, real quick, we want to give some big love to our sponsors, and we'll kind of go over with the cast and introduce you guys if you guys aren't familiar with them. But first off, huge thank you to Fantasy Grounds, who was horrible to us tonight, but whom we still love and adore. All of the, they're our virtual tabletop of choice. We play all of our games on Fantasy Grounds, and we have since day one. Love Fantasy Grounds. So, guys, go pick that up on Steam. Also on Steam is Dungeon Painter Studio, which you guys didn't see featured tonight, but is featured on all the rest of our Saber Dice games. So you can make all kinds of maps. You can make Starfinder maps and D&D maps and Pokemon maps and just anything you guys can think of. You guys can create that in Dungeon Painter Studio. It's a really great piece of software. And then, of course, we want to give a huge thank you to Norse Foundry. Again, there's a 10% coupon down in the description below. So go click on that. You'll just get 10% off of your entire order. And it helps the show, guys. So go support us by supporting the show. We would really appreciate that. But Jason, you are an absolute champion, sir. Thank you so much for coming on and dealing with our shenanigans and our bullshit. And we really appreciate having you on, my man.
Shenanigans are what it's all about, honestly.
And by the way, guys, you guys can actually go down if you like Skitter Shot and you want to run it for your own group. You can go download it at Paizo.com completely for free. Jason is actually the author of Skitter Shot, so go check that out. It's totally free on Paizo.com, and go snag it.
Great adventure, a lot of fun.
Ton of fun.
Got some great art in there, and it's real. Yeah, hope you enjoy it.
All right, so guys, last thing is we've got Guy from How to Be a Great GM, go subscribe to his channel. It's in the description below. We've got Jacob from XP to Level 3. Go subscribe to his channel. It's in the description below. Of course, Dave and I are always here. You guys probably know who we are by this point. And new season starts next week on the 15th. And while Guy won't be joining us for this next season, Jacob is actually going to be in this upcoming season. And we'll announce the rest of the cast and look for some special announcements to come here pretty quickly, probably Sunday or Monday sometime.
Super excited.
Hey guys, did you have fun?
Good times.
That was pretty great. That was pretty awesome. That was,
I just wish we could have actually
insane.
done something, you know, with the dark.
Yeah, I just wish we all would have like cosplayed as Skitterbanders now,
Boy.
with all the arms flailing around everywhere.
I tried to, buddy. I put the purple shirt on, man. You know. All right.
I didn't even notice that.
And Jacob's rocking green, so.
Oh yeah.
I'm wearing a yurtle. I figured it was close enough.
All right, guys. We love your faces. We will see you next week. Stay nerdy.
All right.